Welcome back, guys. Your two favourite commentators back again. Smiley, good to have you here again.
Yo, yo, yo.
Jake has won the break on table 4. He will take on Steve Tran, a race to 6 here in the semi-final. We've got Tyson Howie, who, while you want to say he's probably been the surprise of the weekend, you can't put it past him for the fact that he's got this far with the way that he's been playing.
I saw him play yesterday. I saw him play yesterday, and that's why I thought he might be a good value. But his price wasn't really doing too much, so I was pretty happy with that. He's kind of is the dark horse and the good value, but I expected him to make some waves in this type of comp.
Yep. Gamble responsibly, guys. And obviously, as we said before, winning the Friday night comp as well, which is always a good indicator he's striking the ball well. Jake has made a ball, and quite constantly, Jake's been breaking, getting a lot of balls to the top rail.
Yeah. Heaps of movement. Did he pot a ball then?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Still not good spreads, which is really weird. Like, they're moving a lot, but they're not. None of them have sort of been ABC, have they?
No, and as you're saying, I think that's got to do with the whole fact of the cluster on the top of the table consistently every break. Jake looks like he's going to take an attempt at reds here. Great shot.
What a shot.
That's a great shot.
Such a
and he's
sick
got
shot.
a really good angle to
He
pop
might
the centre of the reds.
Yeah, he might
then
even play into the yellows and then try and cannon the other red out.
Yep, and leave himself fat on the red on the top rail.
Yep. I think he should play that now while he's got the a good angle.
100%. And Jake's he will take that on first every time.
He's actually topped it through and actually just created the angle to sort of arc around the yellows. I nearly would have tried to just go into the yellows, but I guess then he doesn't move them as well.
Jake, you'll find, is very, very proactive with getting his dead balls out as early as possible in the frame. And I think this goes to show, got him everything open here, got himself in a situation where all balls go to a pocket now. He's just got to land right. Just got to land right on these.
Wow, he's hit that so good. How does that not go?
It hasn't dropped.
Oh my God.
And Steve, Tranny's a very tough opponent because he'll make you work for it. He won't leave it easy for you. Very rare misses a pot, and if he does, he plays percentages where
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be really honest here. I know exactly who Steve Tran is, and what he's done in the game, and how good he is. I haven't actually watched that much of him play. He had that bit of time off when I was just coming down here, so I'd always heard of him, but he's sort of from Melbourne. I don't really get around to the little local comps down there, which is a bulk of what he plays. I haven't actually seen much of his play, but obviously, yeah, he's clearly very hard to beat.
He's probably made more state teams and not gone away to them as anyone that I know.
Yeah, well, probably. He's a very, very good player.
Not much of a flyer is Steve. He doesn't like to... Oh, wow, look at this for a result. That's going to sit over the bag. If that sits over the bag, that's a sickening result.
Jake might be happier about that than it's sitting, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. If that sits, you can almost say that Steve's in the box seat. Tyson looks like he can go 1-0 up here as long as he's not too straight on this yellow in the bottom right corner. Trenny's taken the ball on the top left corner and tried to open the yellows up. Hasn't really got himself the result he wanted. We'll probably look at closing this red out a bit. Which he's chosen to do. Jake won't be too opposed to taking the ball in the top bottom left corner here because it's not really doing anything, so he can use it if he wants to. Tyson obviously didn't have the position he wanted on that yellow on the bottom right. Jake doesn't want this red to go too far to the left side. A shot to nothing. Doesn't leave Tranny on the ball. Woody gets his first look at the table. With some pretty good reds, to be fair. The red...
that was a really nice stunt shot.
With a heap of left-hand side,
heap of
right-hand side on it.
That's really... He must have missed that. He must have been missing that by a mile because he plays with an old Paris and they throw like no one's business. So he must have missed that by a mile and got lucky. No, that's good. He'll probably use this opportunity to open the yellow up here. He probably might just play it soft so as it leaves it on the rail instead of going into. I
feel like he wants to leave the white as close to the rail as he can because he'll take the one near the nameplate.
Or he's just need to hit it a bit thinner so as he pushes it up the rail instead of onto the rail and out. Just a bit of an error. I love that switch kick.
Because to me, the shot is the red that's more central in the balk. Sort of screwing off this one and into the red where next to the yellow. It looks like he's playing it softer now. Jake's just trying to get a bit of security on the black.
Yeah, a bit of security. I think he just didn't want to hit it too hard in case it went over the red and threatened to pot it. But
Tranny can almost come off the rail first here. This yellow in the top left corner. He can almost come rail first. Catch the yellow and send the white across the table. Yeah, definitely did. Does Tranny take rail first here?
Probably. Just probably keeps it. It doesn't really matter. This is probably going into the side rail and then over the hole anyway. Has he got one or two, Tranny?
Tranny's got two. Because Jake played the black.
Okay, he won't do that then. He'll probably. I think he would have wanted to have the white come a bit more further up, so as he can play into the rail and then bring them all out.
Yep.
It's kind of a little bit unlucky, but it's kind of not at the same time. I don't think Trainee knew what was going to happen there.
Does look the goods. Just got to avoid some balls here, which he does. Got a bit of angle. He's got to play this just enough dead weight. Or are you playing this off the... you can't even play it off the yellow because you might kill the yellow behind the red.
I think all he's got to do is just soft screw it and then keep it, keep a bit of distance between it. So as he had the angle to come back to exactly the same shot anyway. I thought it was a bit thinner than that.
Now,
this is tough.
This is a tough shot. Naturally, this goes towards the centre pocket. Yeah, he's played a great shot. And all you needed to do is make sure you had a shot on the black.
Good. Ooh.
Oh, no, he's caught the near knuckle.
That was very
We
close.
don't know if that was on path to begin with and the nap sort of pushed it, or whether he's just played the wrong angle.
I think he's just missed it. With how far it sort of hit, up the jaw. He didn't even hit a jaw. It hit the sort of the outside of the jaw and then come back across. So I think he would have missed that either way.
Jake is going to have to do something really silly to not get to a 1-0 lead here.
Wow, what a break from Woody. He can crack.
All the
He got a
balls
bit
down the
stiff.
bottom of the table.
Still got so stiff there.
Jake
Jakey
takes
boy, he takes a 1-0 lead.
1-0
Sorry.
lead.
I stuffed it up, Jay. Meant to be in sync, and I just wasn't.
That's all right.
I'm wound up because of the UFC. Cam Lawless has done a really bad thing. He's done the Lawless thinger for me and put the iPad right in front of me, so I'm kind of watching everything.
The question is, though, is this the last fight, or is there more
Yeah, this
after
is
this?
the main event.
Okay, so
That's
this is
why
the
I'm
main
watching.
event, so we're almost done.
He's broken his hand.
Looks like-
Anyway, sorry guys. I love it all, and I can't help myself. But yeah, we've still got a bit of rub in here, so.
Trini's come up dry. Oh no, he hasn't. He's potted a red. My bad. You taking yellows here?
Yeah, all day long. You just need to clear sort of these two little balls that are near each other, which playing one of them to the corner opens it up anyway, and then all you've got is a pretty easy plant. Trainee's just taking an easy ball just to make sure he gets on it, but I'm not actually too sure about that.
Bit too much angle, I reckon.
Yeah, so pretty much they all sort of work themselves out here. He's just got to eliminate one of the balls. I think he needs to take this long pot on.
World rules mental jack.
I think the plant is definitely a shot here.
Yeah.
Because then you've got an option then of 2 to 3 balls after you.
Well, I
Probably
could come
4.
out in the centre of the table.
Yeah, potentially 4. You've got an option. Of.
Oh, has he left himself on that one?
Yeah, I think he needs to play the ball on the rail now as well.
Yeah.
Even though you are queuing over a ball, but I think that's, unless he can see this one, which he obviously can, and then he can screw back. That's a bad shot. But the thing is, Trainee can still just leave this ball down the bottom.
No,
for
I
last.
think he takes it now.
He can play. He can leave it for last though.
You
and
can
then
take it
then
now
he's
and
on
play
the
it
black.
naturally, can you not?
Of course, but the option. What I'm saying is the option is he could leave it till last and then just get a decent angle on it and then either come off 2 like with a little bit of side and then take the black in the centre, or he can screw back and take the black in the centre at the same time. Now
This
he
is-
will definitely take the top ball.
Yeah, it definitely has to now.
Yeah.
I
I
question.
probably wouldn't have played that ball.
Yeah,
I think that was either his second last or his last ball, the one that he's just played then.
see, this has made this tough now. Oh, he's played a great shot.
That's such a good shot. And Tyson just tried to guide it in, but it wasn't far enough. What?
Tranny takes the second frame.
Yeah,
Just gonna
Tranny,
stay
no
on serve.
problems.
Yeah, no problems. Would you elect him to take the plant on there and got a
Doesn't
good
need to
result?
now. Doesn't need to now. This ball's on. I think he can screw back for the ball into the left centre. He probably wanted to screw back a bit more and take the other ball first.
I think he's alrighty. I think he just stuns this in and leaves himself low on the red in the centre so he can screw back across the table.
Yeah.
Wants to make sure he doesn't have. He's just got angle and just not. Jake's left the white down the bottom again.
That's a bit of a loose one from Woody, but only just sort of run too far.
Jake's got a bit of an option here. I sort of feel like he would like to go reds if he had a better position on the white,
Great shot.
but I feel like he's going to be forced to take yellow. Bobby, there should be audio. It might be your end, not ours.
Yeah, our audio looks to be running smoothly. I believe. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I can see the levels going up and down. Whoa!
Tyson's-
Donuts! That's donuts in Ballarat pool. Tyson is not immune to not having donuts, so we expect them at the next comp, I think.
Yep. Look, Jojo, Jake is definitely one of the crowd favourites, that's for sure. Oh no, he's fallen short there. These yellows are nice. These
Yeah, he
yellows are very
needs
nice.
just needs to open up the red pocket, doesn't he?
Yep. Oh no. I think Tranny's missed out on his opportunity here. Jake's in really good position here just to knock this one possibly centre and drift down to disturb the yellow, or maybe even the one in the top left corner off the top rail into it. We come off the top rail around the side. Oh, Jake is just a little bit
Across that
loose
a
here.
little bit, yeah. Yeah, tiny bit loose.
Woody's made a
Yeah,
nice
wow.
little clearance here after Tyson jumped the ball off the table.
He's
Oh no!
Oh my
Oh
god!
Woody!
Why'd you say something, Jay?
I've commentator cursed him.
Not
Legit,
really, that was
almost put
terrible.
the score in.
Not really. That was terrible. No, I was just about to say, Woody looks to be killing the ball as good as I've seen him for a long while. Like
He's going up and down. Do you not go across the table here?
Nah.
You're going up and down.
Yeah, off 2, so as you create the a bit wider. I wouldn't even try and go into it naturally. You know what I mean? If you go off 2, you're more likely to flick it over the pocket as opposed to doing that and then leaving him there.
Yep. Tranny will be licking his lips here. To be fair, Woody's played a really good shot here and got a fair result just quietly.
Played a good shot. Has got a result though. But that's exactly what happens when you, I think, are feeling it. Sometimes the run tends to go your way a little bit more. That's just Tyson was sort of forced into that. There's not really much you could do apart from come off the rail and try and get a snooker, but even that was really, really hard.
He's just got to make sure he doesn't knock the yellow in down the bottom right corner or go in off in the centre, which he hasn't, and it takes a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, Woody seems to be, as one of our good mates in Ballarat said, putting on an absolute clinic, which he is. It's the best I've seen him play for a long while. So he always plays thereabout good, but he just sort of sometimes potentially doesn't make the runs that he can. But I think he's a very exceptional player. When he gets flying, he doesn't miss much at all. Loves the game, like always playing in everything. Just come back from Worlds, come back from Nationals. Putting in a good stint. So, and this match, he really hasn't given Tyson much of a sniff.
Oh, he was black ball as well, didn't he?
Yeah. Black Ball Worlds
Yep.
with the seniors in France.
Yellow is absolutely Cliff Hunt. Tranny's got to take a double on here to be able to get to the black.
Is that in?
Great shot.
That's
Great
such
shot.
a good shot. Yeah, Tranny's really good shot maker. It's going to have to be another good one here, I reckon. He's made it. Centre of the
out.
pocket. Jesus.
Yeah, he's on a roll here. Is Tranny?
Yeah,
He's going to upset a few of the locals here, I think.
Jake's going to need to stop making these errors at the start of frames to sort of let him in, because Tranny will not.
No,
He won't make errors.
not at this time of the tournament. You can't be making errors.
No.
Everyone's going to make you pay. Tyson taking the reds. Every frame so far, Jake's had first opportunity at the table,
Yeah.
from what I can remember.
Yeah, I think he has. Yeah.
And
That's what I mean. It's kind of on him.
yeah,
That's Paul, but
which is backing up
if-
what you're saying.
Yeah, if you want to be really critical, it is. It's definitely on him that's why he's behind and just making a few errors that he normally wouldn't make.
Yep.
Let's say that.
I think Jake taking reds or yellows here? I think he's taking reds.
Reds probably look a bit better.
It's a tough starting yellow if he's choosing to go yellow, so
well,
definitely would be going red.
definitely has to play that ball
He's
along
playing,
the rail.
He's jacking up on this. Okay, I didn't realise that one was on.
what he might even do here is play this red that he's looking at, flick into the yellow, and just sort of keep him there, and then he'll play the very right red, and then that ball that's up the top end, it's insurance.
Yep.
Like usually you would pretty much want to work your way from up to down the table, but I think in this instance he can delete a couple, which he's not going to do that because he's Jake.
I feel like he's just going to land a little bit, try and land straight on it, just so he can run through.
Yeah. I just thought because a couple of the other balls are a little bit trickier to get onto, if you try and leave that one for insurance, it might be a little bit of a good way to go.
He's not one who likes to go top end, bottom end table. He likes to work an area.
Yeah.
He'll do what he has to do to open his balls out.
Which now that I'm thinking about that, that's just a way better way to go. Way better way to map your outs.
Yep.
I don't know why. See, that's the difference. That's the difference.
But it doesn't mean that your way's wrong. It doesn't mean that your
guys
way's
like myself kind of want that insurance ball, whereas he's just putting everything on. I'm so good that I'm, you know what I mean. I can just delete all these balls and land perfect on the next 3, 4, and 5.
Yep.
But he doesn't really need it.
A little bit out of position there. Probably would have liked that ball to be a little bit shorter. It's forced him to play through. Makes this pot a little bit harder now. He's got an uncomfortable queuing.
I think he's okay here. I think he just drags this slightly. Well, not drag,
Great
but
pot.
like just really
Great
soft,
pot.
soft hands.
Great pot.
Yep.
This would be the first rack run.
And a good lesson for you guys up there. He obviously, when he was looking at the ball to the centre, he obviously was just looking at the perfect angle where he needed to get to.
Yep.
Like he already knew exactly what he was going to do. Up the top end, work your way from top to bottom.
Yep. He's
just figuring out a little bit earlier exactly how that's going to happen, and made it work.
I think that's key as well. Is just the least amount of area or the least amount of movement that you can do with the white, the less likely you are to make errors. Because once you've got to
the less problem balls that come into play.
Once you've got to travel the white, you've really got to work hard on getting position correct each time.
And that's what I was going to say. Moreover, you need to be pinpoint accurate with your cue ball control. And like if you roll, let's say, a ball too far, sometimes it completely messes up what you're trying to do. So how to change that is just get neater on them, like with less space in between them, which is what he's done.
Jake's put a big cluster down the bottom end of the table again, but would be happy with where the reds have ended up. Just obviously a little tough red near where the badge is. I'm guessing he'll probably take one into the left corner just to leave himself a bit of a cut on it. He can come up the table and take the red that's near the black. No, he's choosing to. Looks like he's choosing to play into it.
Yep. And while we're focusing on
great
Jake,
shot.
While we're focusing on Jake, Tyson Howie's just played a cracker of a shot. He a lot of people would just try and punch the red into the white into the other red on the side table, but he's gotten behind it and using the big pocket. That's not too bad.
Might have hit that a little bit firmer, I reckon.
Yeah, me too.
Jake's just fallen a bit short of where he wants to be. He does have the long pocket on.
His cue ball control hasn't quite been up to his standards. The last couple of matches, I'm not sure about earlier. I think he was pretty good early, but just these last couple of matches, he just hasn't quite been on.
You talk about sort of muscle memory and playing on these super fine cloths and then coming
it's just
onto
different.
these. It would be slower for him.
Oh yeah, definitely. Without
Absolutely
a doubt,
slower for him.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we've obviously played
look
a lot
at
of
that.
the Supremes.
He was meant to be basically in the centre of the table, where he's run probably a foot short.
Almost might have to look at taking this ball into the top right corner and coming low to take the one in the centre first, maybe? Or is he checking this up? Is he checking this up and getting the white probably 6 inches more towards the centre pocket where he's now?
He could even pot this and then hold on the two yellows in the centre of the table. Or come across table. No, he's just come across table. He's just hit it a bit thinner. And a good finish by Tyson too, just to get himself on the board. Just a bit of a clutch finish from nowhere, and good black.
Jake's got a couple of options here.
Ooh, don't know like that. See there, I think I'm not sure what he was trying to do there, whether he was trying to get straight across or whether he was trying to just come down the table more for the red in the centre, or...
I feel like he's played that with a bit of drag, but the drag kicked in a bit early.
Yeah.
It looked like he was queuing up as if he wanted to come to the black spot, but
Yeah.
he's just missed the yellows. He's going to play this quite firm now. He's overcut it.
Just trying to make the white travel. He's got the cue ball perfect.
Another mistake.
Yeah, there's just been a few positional errors from Jake. It's pretty much lost him most of the frames that he's lost.
As you said, he's had first opportunity at the table each time. Tranny's more or less come to the table when there's been hardly any of any other object balls on the table.
Yeah, well, that'll suit Tranny too as well, because he likes to lock down frames. Oh, excuse me. He likes to lock down frames and make his opponents work for it or get lucky.
I think Jake is going to come off the corner pocket. What do you reckon? Tranny going to make him feel the pain?
I'm not sure. I think he might even be able to like swerve this around, come off the cushion like with maximum side and just flick into the red. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think that jaw is... That's what you're talking about, yeah? The jaw and then across? I'm not sure about that.
I think this is what he's doing.
It must be on. Oh, that was so close.
He's giving it a run. He's had a lash. And to be fair, he hasn't got too bad a result.
No.
I mean, it's easy for Tranny just to knock one in the centre here and be able to get on it, but still it's more less of ability to do something with the white to get in a better position.
I think what Tranny will do here is chip off these, pot the one up the top, like the right-hand side.
He's going to try and play into it.
And then
look at this.
If he pots this, it's good. Oh, really good. Now we can have a dip.
Doubling well.
He can potentially have a dip here. So he probably couldn't just... I don't know if those two yellows up the top go, but he could just drop this in and then get an angle to stun into it. Then you've always got the balls. Yeah, I think that's what he's doing.
I reckon the bottom yellow goes.
I reckon the bottom yellow goes, yeah.
And he can even land left side and play the plant if he wants to as well.
I was just about to say that. You read my mind. But yeah, it looks like it goes. Doesn't need to risk a little cannon. But he could.
He could. He might not even take this one in the centre now. He might take the top right corner. Oh, he's come up short. I reckon he wanted to be another 4 or 5 inches further down, because I reckon he would have liked to have played the bottom one and had this yellow on the top right corner as a bit of insurance in case he didn't land on it. Should have no problems here being able to just stun this one across in the top left corner and coming back for the yellow back in the same pocket. Tranny didn't attempt to overplay that and leave himself too much of a shot. Just wanted to make sure the yellow went in. Leave himself 2 shots on the black. He's played it well. And Steve will take a 3-2 lead again.
Yeah, from another Jake error. So Tranny at the moment just
sweating on errors.
No, just making him pay for errors.
Yep.
That's it. I think Jake's run a rack as well, so that's one ball where Tranny didn't even get a shot. So yeah, he's playing pretty well. It doesn't look like it's much for him either. He just looks like he's cruising, doesn't
Yep.
he? It's just cruising.
You don't really see much emotion in the face of Tranny. Oh no, he's dumped the white in the centre. Again, Jake first opportunity at the table.
Yeah. I think we
With-
might.
with
I
some
thi-
reds
I
here?
think we might see this one get deleted pretty quickly. I don't think he's going to make an error here. As long as the red on the right hand side goes to the bottom corner, I don't think we'll see an error. And I think just to open everything up, he'll delete all these balls. I think just to open everything up, he'll delete all these balls up the top, get a good angle, like a sort of a 3/4 ball angle on the one on the right, and then potentially just screw or stun straight back into like the top of the three most reds, just to open it up a little bit and still keep everything on them.
I don't think he needs to do any work.
Well, he hasn't done
I
that,
I
so-
think he just needs to just leave them where they are and just
Yeah.
use the whiteboard.
Yep. He must need to flick this red. It mustn't go.
This is dangerous.
No, that's like to a quarter of a pocket. It's actually pretty tough. Yeah, I thought that was
dear.
always going to happen.
Oh dear.
Tyson ran a rack and coming back in the other match, so pretty good pull from over there.
Two really good quality matches, to be fair.
Yeah, yep.
KR, Trenny has played a lot of state teams. He just doesn't travel. He doesn't travel interstate. He's not much of a flyer. Flying isn't his favoured method of transport. So whenever there's been an interstate one which is not really reachable by car, he generally doesn't go. So I know that he played. He has been a world. Is it?
Qualified for Australia A.
Okay.
He's on the 2018, 2017 winning side. Vicks.
What?
Yeah. Look, he plays. As I said,
Was he
like
really?
he's played.
18 or 17.
Yeah, right.
He does.
I
He
think
does play.
they won 17, then they won 18. No, 18 was won by SA.
No, KR, he doesn't need financial backing. He's made plenty of state teams and played for Victoria when it's basically reachable by car. He doesn't really like flying. So going
Oh, wow. Oh, my God. If
going
he's not on that
interstate
ball-
by plane or going overseas is not. It's not really his thing. I've spoken to him a lot about it, and he doesn't like flying. So whenever it's reachable by car, he will get there. I know that he's played at Albury and Breakers in the past and other venues that are near close enough to get to by car, but any venues that are a little bit too far away, he doesn't tend to play, even though he has made the state team. Because he's definitely made plenty of state teams.
Yeah, I was going to say, I believe he's made a few state teams and pulled
Oh,
out.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's a very quality player.
I think he's made more. He's probably missed more by not going than in what he's played in.
He's got 2 or 3 state doubles titles.
Him and Mark Bradley, I'm pretty sure. Now in up in Queensland, Northern Queensland.
Why did Mark Bradley move away?
Oh, I think for a better lifestyle maybe. He can't wear Hawaiian shirts all year round. Oh no, that's a foul. Mark can't wear Hawaiian shirts all year round in Victoria, so
Oh,
he
he
decided to
seemed-
go.
He just does it for Country Cup and everything.
Just decides to go somewhere where he can wear his Hawaiian shirts and
Yeah.
thongs everywhere. So
He won it with Neil Brown as well.
yes, Neil Brown, correct. Yep. Jake might have got the reprieve he needed here because, again, an early mistake gave Tranny an opportunity to quite a tasty table, as you would say. He's got to come off two rails here. He's played it with a bit of running and he's going to snooker himself.
Yeah, he's all right.
Oh my God.
Inch perfect, some say.
I think he might have to swerve this a bit.
That's not, yeah.
You have to swerve just a tiny bit, just to throw it in the pocket. Not swerve, but possibly
That
a
is
little bit of
great
left-hand side
shot.
to throw it in the pocket.
That is a great shot.
Yeah.
Like, essentially it's not. It's just a little cannon, but a lot of people would just try and screw around that and get on it without moving the ball, but yeah. He's got 2, so it didn't really matter. Bit of an error from Tranny, the first error of the match, I think.
Back at 3-all.
Yeah.
And the rest was having too much of a say in that frame. JR and Raj watching right behind Jake's corner, waiting for Jake to hurry up and finish so they can drop him off at the airport. We're going to have a little break.
It was just a tanker, so I didn't have it underneath the friggin' table.
Really interesting match here on table 3. It's one of these ones that can go, and you'd use the term either way quite a lot in pool, but this is one of those ones. There hasn't been. You look at table 4 and we look at Tranny and Jake has easily been the more dominant player, but the scores are level due to errors made by Jake.
Yeah.
This match here,
It's kind of been
a clear player.
First visit usually wins the frame.
Yeah.
Or has been the more dominant person in those frames. So
Yeah.
Woody had a flyer and then he's kind of just got shut out in the last 2-3 frames. But yeah, this could definitely go either way. He might play the black over here now. I actually don't mind that shot.
Definitely slowed down the frame a bit.
Well, it's just insurance. It hasn't really slowed down. It's just insurance of like not doing anything stupid with those 2 reds up there.
Yep.
I don't mind that shot. But if Tice can actually pot one here, then he needs to. I mean, he'll automatically be good on 1 ball, and all he has to do is play the black out. It's still a little bit tricky, but it's definitely there. Definitely an opportunity.
Yeah.
But he just needs to nail this first pot. This is the crucial shot.
Jake is actually not going to have first opportunity at the table, possibly for the first time.
Yeah, that's what Woody was banking on. And that's even more insurance for Woody now. I think what he'll be wanting to do here is definitely open up those 2 reds on the right hand side. No doubt about it. He's got so much insurance with the yellows and the black covered, so just gone too far.
Got table control as Tranny with this bottom right corner. Jake will be looking to be able to send a red down there somehow. The one near the centre maybe that he's looking at now, but it's sort of tough. All the yellows are there. There's no real easy snooker unless he chips off the one that's sort of top of the table and try and get behind the red on the left side. Looks like he's playing this red down here.
Right, it's hit that perfect.
Cause a bit of traffic. It's a good shot.
It was a good shot just to keep training on his toes.
Yep.
You know, given the height difference, he needs it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I think that was Jake's plan all along. Just keep it interesting, keep training on his toes, and see what comes of it.
He hasn't left an open shot. I mean, Tranny's got to try and just sort of make sure he gets something more annoying there for Jake to have to worry about.
He's in a bit of trouble here. Tranny's in a bit of trouble here. He needs to make a really good shot to get some coverage. I think he's just trying to flick that red over to the yellow.
Yeah.
Like he'll try and just cannon it over. That's okay.
I think Jake takes control of the bottom left corner here now.
Yeah, but the more important shot was to get that yellow over where he has and covering that other red.
Yep.
Jake might even just opt to play the red underneath the yellow over the pocket and just try and take that pocket.
Yep.
Well,
Tyson's-
if Tice can clear this, well, first pot it, but if he can clear this black out and get position on the next ball, that was the sick shot.
Freakish.
Freakish.
He's definitely
But
pulled
still
out some
needs-
big shots.
Definitely still needs something to happen here, though. And he's giving himself a chance, though. He probably really wants to hit the black thin and try and create a bit of space underneath the red, and then the white will still come out into the centre of the table.
Sort of tough having not enough white.
It's very tough, yeah.
You almost want to be able to play this white, play the yellow quite firm and try and get the black to really sort of break open those two reds.
We might even see him just put this over the... Yeah,
Which
well,
he's
he's
done.
smashed it and got...
Oh, look at this.
Well, that's a result.
Look at this.
That is a result.
This is incredible.
That's as good as it could have.
That's
nearly as good as it
exactly
could
what I
have
just
got it.
said.
Yeah. Yeah, nearly as good as he could have got it. Yeah, one good pot here really, and it's frame over.
Tranny's just made this a little bit of a pain in the butt for both players, not just for Jake.
Yeah, well, he's got two here, Jake.
Has he got two, is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Okay.
Tranny potted the red that was over the hole. One of them.
Jake can break all these out, playing it firm. Oh no. He's got pocket control.
It's not too bad.
Yeah,
Still,
look.
like it's not amazing.
damage control.
but It's not too bad.
Oh,
that's
Tyson.
well
This
played.
is a massive out from Tyson. What a way to level up the scores on,
Yeah,
on table
I mean,
three
yeah, look,
as well.
how he's played it, he's definitely obviously got lucky, but played it positively, played to try and get out, and got a good result. That's exactly how it is.
Creating your own luck.
Yep.
Creating your own luck.
And then a good
done.
long pot to leave him on the black.
It's a brilliant out.
I don't know if Woody will be too impressed by it, but
Locked at 3 apiece on both tables. Again, I'm going to say it again. Jake has been the more dominative player, but not the outright leader.
yeah,
Steve's got 2 shots. He's got probably 3 yellows that are not in a good spot. He's probably going to chip off one and break out the other one, which he has done. Nothing goes on.
I wonder
Nothing
if the, I
pops.
wonder if the 3-ball plant could be made to be on, or at least put it over the hole.
It's definitely not on. That
It's tricky.
That pushes the yellow to the side rail, not even to the jaw.
He might be able to cut the red thin with the other yellow though. That's what I'm thinking. Cut the red thin and then cut it backwards, and then create the angle. All right.
I think the shot is the one down the rail. I think.
Yeah, I think he's just got to leave it there. He's just got to leave it there, take the pocket, and assume control. But I think that's the only shot.
He's
Well,
played
this
the
could
red.
roll.
He's played the red.
Oh.
Jake can get both of these reds out here.
Well, he probably doesn't even need to. He probably just plays the bottom one, stuns it back up, and then play the plant with the topmost red onto the other red over the other side.
Jake with his international rules background, being used to having one visit, like doubling across the table, he'll be confident in being able to go out with one visit in this sort of situation, especially he can burn a shot here.
You might even see him just top through this, get the red ball out into the centre of the pocket, and then just leave the bottom one.
Yeah, sizing up a possible
that.
double off the top just to make sure that it doesn't go in. Yeah, Jamie, that was quite a filthy finish. Jacking up here. Doesn't want to go below.
That was the tricky
A little
thing.
bit stiff for the black there.
Well, kind of, but he needed to clear the black.
Come a little bit short there. Again. Jake, for me, is still trying to find a way to get that black more into play here.
Yeah, I agree.
Probably won't be doing it anymore. If he kicks it now, doesn't, he's in no man's land again. He's just sort of playing himself out of the frame here. This is,
He may just need to screw off this ball, pot it, and then screw up the table, and then come back up. Off one cushion.
this is interesting here. I'm not sure which way he's going to go. Going to play the red in the centre.
That's a good angle. It's a good angle.
Perfect angle. But again, you know, this is the tough transition to the black. He's got to get the angle perfect if he wants to sort of nudge into the black.
I don't think he'll nudge it. I think he'll either run past it or leave the double. You can just depending on where you land.
Doesn't want to be straight and doesn't want to be on the rail.
Now he's probably going to have to leave himself a double. It's kind of a bit of a bad shot.
I reckon he might be going the long pocket.
Potentially, yeah, but probably more likely, I think he'll be leaving the double. He might run too far, though.
I don't think he can leave this off a double. I think you just got to take the long pocket. No, he had enough angle.
I think he's tried to flick that. I think he's tried to flick it out over the centre.
Just left himself a double. He just gobbles them up.
End, good out.
He made it a lot trickier than it needed to be. He's
did.
just trying to create a highlight reel here, isn't Mr. McCartney? Jake back in the lead. 4-3. Tyson finds himself at the table with a nice little angle just to chip out one of his reds here.
And then leave himself on a number of other reds as well.
Oh, he's missed it.
He's just missed it by a long way.
Oh dear.
Definitely focusing more on the cannon than the pot there.
Well, he didn't get the cannon he needed though.
No. But he also hit his red really thick though, so that's why he didn't get the cannon. If he hits it
Tranny's potting
properly.
Oh. Tranny almost made 3 reds there. No starting ball on the red. He can possibly glance off the red that on the left side of the table and run the yellow into the red, but I feel like he'll take the red on the right side of the table and try and fine cut that in.
Yeah, I think if he fine cuts it in, it's probably going to go into the jaw of the centre.
Yep.
Or it might even hit the top yellow here. Is he on yellows or reds? No, he's on yellows. I don't know about
He's taken yellows.
They're both pretty bad opener.
All the yellows go, albeit one of them quite tough. Trenny just getting the angle which he needs here. Slowly chipping away. Trenny's been so much better getting position than what Jake has. I feel like Trenny's got his white ball control down pat. Jake, on the other hand, is just not there on occasions.
Well, that makes sense, though.
Just
Trenny's
reflecting
playing
the
on these
scores.
tables all the time.
Reflection
you know.
of scores, yeah.
What do you mean? No. What I'm saying is, it makes sense that Trainy's been a little bit needed with his cue ball because he's playing on these all the time.
Yep.
Jake's just sort of come back. I know he's played a little bit at the Nationals, whatever. But the way he's used to actually going about these outs and whatever, everything is completely different
Great shot.
on a Supreme. So it makes sense that he hasn't been, spot on perfect every time. Plus, they're probably running a little bit quick. I don't know if they're running quicker or slower than the National, but
Definitely quicker.
quicker.
These are playing a lot quicker than
Wow,
what they did
okay.
at Nationals.
Oh, that's another thing then. But at the same time, he also seems to be under-hitting a lot of balls. Doesn't he? So,
Yep.
I don't know. Whether he's just been practicing a lot on the Supreme still over here,
Oh,
I'm not
Tranny's
sure.
might have got himself a little bit too much angle there. He's going to have to play into this red. It's a deep. Oh, geez, this is a tough shot. This
Yeah,
is a tough
it's
shot.
tricky.
He catches the red, he could go in off. He screws too hard, he could catch the other red near the center, near the corner pocket and going off.
I think he just needs to cut it into it pretty full and just, or whatever the angle is going to be, and just see where he can take his medicine from.
He needs to catch this red full and not thin, because if he catches it thin, it covers the yellow.
Covers it, yeah. Thicker is definitely better.
Jace having his little 5 cents worth.
Oh, he's missed it.
Just landed on it. He's going to have to get through quite far to get this black in the centre. If it goes in the centre. Yeah, it definitely goes.
Uncharacteristic bad miss from Tice.
Second visit though.
Should still be fine.
Oh, it's Jace. It's a tough shot.
The mistakes starting to creep in.
It's a tough shot, and these reds are all on. But for some silly reason, you'd normally think at Jake and Knight, these get cleared up, no problems at all. Like, he doesn't make an issue of these, but just the way he's been playing and missing position, you feel like there's possibly. Look at this. Look at this.
He's been under-hitting a lot of balls. Potentially, what I was going to counterpoint to that is there's no balls on the table. That's usually in this match and probably in the last match, where he's gone wrong has been involving the other person's balls.
Yeah.
I said that really badly. Don't look that up.
We've just Dan's
Yep.
just clicked, Dan's just make note of the timing of that, and that is clipped.
It seems to be the really the only places when he's been going wrong has been involving the yellows or the reds, whatever. Is involving traffic. He just hasn't quite been neat enough for his standard, for how he plays. You know what I mean? Some players can afford to be a little bit looser with the white because they pot. Jake can pot anything, don't get me wrong, but the way he likes to play is, crafting the outs in a manner that's it's all leads into one another perfectly.
Is this his opportunity to get to the bottom centre of the table here by cutting this one fine? He's gone safe.
Safe, and if he gets that double, he's out. So two shots in one.
I feel like I don't know whether he missed a trick there and taking that cut on and getting down the bottom corner down here to get to his red that's near the black spot. But
I think that goes underneath the yellow anyway.
Probably
so
does.
I don't think it's a big issue.
But this is a one rail tap in for Tranny here. Black is on.
Yeah, Jake really kind of needs to get that ball. I know it's a safety, but it's
Tranny
gone
gone
wide.
wide.
Oh wow!
That's played like the Nationals tables did. That went really wide.
But that's because of the new cloth. That's exactly what that is. Or maybe it was just a bit thinner and Tranny misjudged it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he's
it's
got
an
the wrong
error
line
either
there.
way. Either way, it's an error. And I think either way, it's going to be a Jake McCartney frame in the book. So.
And on the hill.
Yep.
He leaves himself a nice bit of angle here, which he has done.
You'd be hard pressed to bet against him now.
Just layering up a little bit here. Got two.
Perfect.
Puts Jake on the hill, 5-3. Another frame of mistakes.
I'm just looking at what we've got on our screen. There's an okay turnout. Come on, guys, we want more. We need a big turnout next year. It's a great comp, and we all encourage everyone to come up and say hello and get behind all the boys, because I think this could potentially turn into one of the greats again.
It's we've got probably another half a dozen behind us as well, plus anyone who's outside possibly smoking. But definitely would like a big crowd for next year.
For sure.
2007 was one of the first tournaments I filmed.
Really?
Benny, Nathan Names.
What was it? Benny and Nathan Memes? But for Ballarat?
Yeah.
Yep. So Dan coming back to his roots. He's one of the first, 2007, one of the first tournaments that he filmed was Benny and Nathan Memes back in the day, Ballarat Open. I don't even think I was playing pool back then. That's how long ago it was. I wasn't born yet. I don't think that's true.
I was there.
Yep.
I was there for that. Jake's come up dry, and reds aren't too bad. Tranny,
Reds are good.
I feel like his white ball control at the moment has been really good.
He's only really made a couple errors, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that's all it takes to be
Correct.
for Jake to be 5-3 up. So those couple of errors need to be no errors if you want to beat it.
Woody throwing some Q power into that and just getting nothing. Tricky white for Tyson to come to the table.
I would have thought that would have been his last ball, Tranny's last ball. Just had a nice angle to float across for the black into the left-hand corner, sorry.
Yeah, black goes in both.
Yeah.
The black will go off the yellow. Oh. He might have liked it a little bit further over. A little shake of the head there.
I can see a couple little pitfalls here. I'm all good. Oh, well, yeah, actually, yeah, Dan. Yeah.
What is it?
Cider. Summersby.
Summersby.
Good little recovery shot there.
Yeah, good shot.
Just
But he's-
wants
he's-
to
he's
avoid
still
the
got a bit
yellow.
of- he's still got a bit of tricky work to do here. Wow.
Tyson's made a couple of mistakes early on in the frame, a couple of frames now. This is tricky now. This is tricky now for Tranny.
How?
That's a really weird shot. That's a really weird shot for me, for Tranny. Was he expecting to catch the yellow? Well, I don't know what happened there. He's either got to drag this pace to try and play the red in the centre, but
Well, he's got to nail the
The ye-
cannon here, really.
he's going to have to catch the yellow, and it's got to have a tiny little bit of running side on it, which he hasn't got. Oh, he's got a result out of it though.
Yeah, that's a big result.
But Soldier's on the table here. Jake is possibly just going to... I think Jake might double this yellow that's on the left side and push the black over to his yellows and get a snooker out of it as well.
Push the black over to his yellows.
Play the yellow off the side rail. And play the yellow... double the yellow into the side rail onto
Oh,
the
yeah,
black and push it
the
over
black,
and get the
yeah,
snooker as
yeah,
well.
Potentially, yeah. I don't know, but he might just have too much angle for that.
Might have too much angle. He just needs to catch a little of the black and even push the black low.
Yeah, it's very hard to judge.
It definitely is, and it's one you got to get right as well. But I mean, even sitting the yellow, coming off two rails and sitting the yellow on the black is a possibility.
Yeah, he's tried to just put a bit of traffic in there and get the snooker.
Yeah. What are you doing here, Jace? If you're tranny, what are you doing here? Oh wow, that's popped out of the pocket. That went in the centre pocket and popped out.
He didn't even hit it
You
that
get
hard either.
Dan getting a replay of that one.
Yeah, he didn't even hit it that hard either.
He's just finally sat back and had a bit of a break, and I'm getting him to work. He's gone at it hard. So, see if we can check this one out. Oh, great shot from Jake. Just got
Keep
it at the
going.
white. Not too bad. We'll just wait for Tyson to play this shot. And just watch Woody's shot in the centre here. Check
Wow,
out this
what a
shot.
shot.
Check out this shot in the centre. Look at this. That's gone in.
Yeah,
To me,
it,
that's
it
in.
has, but you know what? It's actually, with how he's hit it, it's actually bounced across the felt a couple of times and then gone in. Like,
Yeah.
it's probably gone in a bit high, so that's how it's bounced out.
Okay.
Just the slow motion replay, it just looked like it was bouncing a tiny bit. It's still very unlucky, and it like he didn't.
Jake's come up
he
short
didn't,
again.
He didn't punch it, so I don't get it. I kind of don't get it.
Jody, thank you very much for the $10 donation. We really appreciate joining the stream and helping us grow. Jake's played a really good shot there. Most of us would probably run through that and try and get behind the red. He's decided to stun into that and come out of the table more naturally. Tough shot, had to be executed well. And this black here for frame and match. he has done. Jake, first player into the final of the Ballarat Open for 2022. And we'll turn our attention to Tyson versus Mark. Tyson's sort of suggesting he didn't hit that as well as what he wanted to. He's gesturing that he could have cued it better. I'm not sure if the red that he's closest to on the bottom rail here goes below or not. What are you doing here, Smiley?
I'm almost laying up. I'm
Just leaving him no
almost
shot.
laying a snooker, yeah. Well, that was on. I didn't think that passed that red. So this is still not that good, not that great. Like, I just don't know what he's doing here.
I think now he sort of has to chip this to the side rail and leave it hard up against the black, maybe. I don't know. I mean, there's no double. You pot this. You're going higher up the table.
He could potentially just screw straight back from this, or come into like the line of the like in between the two of them. He's tried to play that. That's okay if he gets it.
It's good effort.
I
Got
think.
a cannon.
Yeah, well, a plant.
Plant. Yep.
No, they're different. Come on, keep up. I think he could potentially have just left it sort of to be able to pot the bottom one first. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah,
Obviously wanted to avoid the black.
You're taking your medicine. I think that's what he wanted. That's what he played. It is just tricky. Might even hold off the yellow and hope that it goes to the side rail, but probably not. Oh yeah, no, it does. But
Not
see
bad.
how he's played that. Like, it's okay now, but I think he cut the black off as well.
Yep.
So now it only goes to one cushion. One pocket.
What are you giving us the best impression of the concrete wall?
Yeah. He just decided to be a door for a bit. A closed one.
Face cut double, or is he trying to get below the yellow at the top? Oh no,
Double
this could be
kiss
an
was
off.
always on.
Safe. Not a bad result.
It's actually not bad.
Bad result. No, I think that's what he was playing for. A fine cut.
He's probably
There's
going to be
only two
forced into it.
Two options is to cut the red across to the bottom right corner, the one centre of the table.
He
Or
could
double
just lay
kiss.
Up. He could just lay up on this.
Could you double kiss the one that's near the pocket and leave the white in between where the two reds are now to stop him from getting to the yellow on the right?
Either that, or he could just roll up on it and leave him not much, like a long pot. It is risky though, because if Woody nails the first shot,
Clever shot. Left the pot though, with a little bit of angle.
he might just be able to pot this and just top through a tiny bit.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is, if he does miss it, he's now open up the black, and it's an easy out. But I'm not really sure if he has many other options.
He's definitely going to play this ball now. Well, I don't know if it's too straight. You don't really have much cue room to follow through on the white. You can see the yellow down
I
the
think he's
bottom.
playing the safety here.
His yellows are getting yuckier though, but if he gets back to the table, he's got somewhere to hide now.
Yeah. He's essentially just played the same shot as before.
Yep.
Probably just killed his yellow a little bit more than he would have liked. But he has essentially just played the same shot, whereas Tyson needs to cut this really thin and judge the pace back down again. I don't think he would have played that shot if the black was on.
Are you taking this cut now to the bottom right corner?
100%.
Just got to be careful. You're sort of playing with the centre pocket.
He could even just play his other red out into the centre of the table, or flick off the black and leave it the white down here.
Yeah. Is he playing the same shot again? Is he gliding off the top of this red and trying to leave the white in line with the yellow again to leave him no option but to play the yellow?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
It looks like he might be doing that. Again, not bad effort. You're forcing Woody to open up the black, but Woody's got a good opportunity to try and get the white behind the yellows at the top of the table. I'm not sure if the centre pocket's possibly in the way blocking that. Woody, work yourself out, mate. He's just tried to create distance and he's got maybe a little bit of a result there. Bit of a Chinese snooker.
That's almost about as good as he could have hoped.
Yeah, I think he would have liked a better result on the black maybe.
Yeah.
He's got a big pocket to play out here, but he doesn't want to catch the red because if he catches the red, he's probably going to knock it out of position.
I think he'll just knock it out, which
Yep.
will be good. So even if he does play it off the red, I don't think it's going to matter because it's going to just come away from the pocket a little bit.
Ah,
Like
perfect.
that.
Yeah, called it well. Called it really well. Well done. Tyson, a really good opportunity here to get on the hill as we approach the 6:30 mark. We're starting to get on in the day. It started with the Calcutta at 10 o'clock this morning, so it started pushing into the longer hours, and this is where the mental game comes into it. Because they are long days. Always overcut it.
Just missed it. It's a chance. It's not a great chance, but it's a
So you're
chance.
telling me there's a chance. I think he might be able to see enough of this yellow to cut it into the top left corner and possibly...
If he can hold, that'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Like if he can hold with the angle, which I think he can. I don't think it's that thin. Like I think it's not too bad. Not perfect.
I feel
but
like
it's
he
not
can get back to
too
about the
bad.
book.
Yeah.
He'd be laughing.
Even less. Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
he
great
was-
shot.
He probably wanted to be on the balk. He's straight now. Possibly straighter than what he would have liked to have
Yeah, I
been.
was going to say hopefully he has a little bit of angle to either come off two or one out. But I think it's
I think you might be
pretty
driving.
straight.
I think you might, like you said, I think he's driving into this top rail and possibly side rail. No, he was.
just taking his medicine.
I thought he was above it.
No,
He
it
was
looked
the
pretty
lower
straight.
side of it.
Yeah. One good pop. That's all he really needs.
Oh, great shot.
That is great. That is a fantastic shot on the
Jeez.
pressure.
Tyson, what is he thinking now? He had what you thought was a pretty simple black to knock in.
Now, Woody just looking at someone in the crowd. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. Right. So we've got the mail of what happened. Tyson just walked off, I think, to go to the toilet real quick, and Woody wasn't impressed. So Tyson walked off before he played the play. Tyson walked off before he played the play. Give me 2 seconds. We're going to go to the toilet.
Tyson could be ruining that. Could have been on the hill, knocking that black in, which to me was a pretty simple black, and somehow managed to jaw. Well, at the end of the day, it's basically the rules of pool is you don't leave the playing area in the middle of a frame. It's not that it's a gentleman thing to do, it's just in the rules that you don't leave the playing area when your opponent's at the table, or even when there's a frame going, unless you ask that you can go to the bathroom. He just left.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure in the rule set, I think Gordo might be able to attest to this. If we were a block warning and you're at the Nationals, you played that, it's loss of frame, loss of match. I think it's loss of match if you walk off without asking to go to the toilet. And I'm pretty sure it's the same with snooker as well. You can't just walk off. For any of you guys, like, yeah, some people harp on about the rules, some people don't. I think that's probably more of a gentleman's thing to just not leave beforehand. It just shows a bit of the wrong side of the game.
Woody just missed the straight. But that's that probably that queuing up stun with a heap of right hand side, which we saw earlier on.
Swerved to heaps, yeah. Yep. Yeah, before he was missing the pot, and then now he's Yeah, I'd say the man with a lot of aliases is on stream, called Veteran. I think you've got more aliases than I don't know, an international criminal, also known as.
So.
No, I actually needed to go myself. I've got the bladder of a peanut today, so I had to just quickly go and refresh before this final 2 frames, or 3 frames, essentially.
The old bladder of a pregnant woman.
No, I'm actually...
he doesn't want
I'm not sure if... I'm not biased, because... I'm not biased at all, actually, because I've got Tyson in the Calcutta, but Woody's one of my best mates, so... I couldn't really care less who wins. I don't know about that HDMI, Ricky. I think it needs a little bit more than that.
Then get ball that off frame. I'm confused. I'm going to have to get someone to decipher that.
Yeah, buddy. That's why you're not on commentary talking rubbish, because you're talking rubbish on the stream. So how about you let us just do our job and yeah, we'll get back to it.
Tyson looks like he's touching ball here, which is probably a little bit of a result for him. Didn't want to leave him that yellow in the centre. Oh, is this guy? Oh, wow, what a result. What a result Woody's got here.
Almost, but he's almost played for it, and he has also killed another ball on the right-hand side cushion, so I don't think it's one of the...
Precisely. What's going on? I think
Who's KR? Just asking for a friend.
I think
AKA
Chris.
me.
I think Chris Richardson. Pretty sure Jason knows who it is.
From North Queensland?
Jace. Who's Kyle Richardson?
Sorry, Richard. I couldn't remember who you were. Sorry, bud.
Tyson's got himself a little tied up here. It's sort of tough to see what he could possibly do here, because that red tied up on the top rail there where the yellow is now, a red near the centre pocket with a couple of yellows in the way.
Yeah, he needs to make something happen here, because Woody, if he gets onto that middle ball, it's all over.
Oh, I think he wanted just to catch that red. He's back in the same spot.
Yeah.
Almost. I think he needed he wanted to catch that red.
Nath, I think he's playing on YouTube comments, mate. Haven't seen him in a comp for years. So, yeah.
Does that red pass the yellow in the centre?
In the centre, it doesn't look like it from here. It looks like it's about half ball. He's going to be hitting half ball.
We heard you the first time, Rob Dog number 2. Thank you for letting us know twice. Is he chipping this off and dropping the yellow? What's happening here? Oh, he's just avoided it.
That's not a bad shot.
Yeah, not bad. I think he didn't want to leave him on that yellow on the top left. I think
Well,
Woody can sort of glance off it.
I don't think he wanted to leave him on the ball to the centre. That's the more pressing issue, I think, here.
The one in the bottom left here is nothing now, and I don't think he wanted to leave him on that one in the bottom left. Woody might be just...
Is he on that ball to the centre? He might be able to just play into it and try and cannon it out.
I think it's a tough shot considering where the white is. Looks like he's just going to try and play up the top here and leave no shot for Tice. Yeah. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's a great shot.
That's a fantastic shot.
He's left a kick shot into the centre. A hard shot. Can kick this in and can leave himself on a red. Oh, he's played the one which was sort of causing Woody a bit of havoc. He's given himself a nice angle just to cut this yellow in the centre. kick the yellow off the side rail,
Yeah, that's it.
and he's got a ball that he can land on the top left corner as well, just in case he doesn't leave himself on it.
Yeah, he'd be very stiff here. He'd be very stiff here to actually not be on the ball after this cannon. Oh my god, that's the best thing I've ever seen. Jamie Stevens, you are a legend.
Now, Woody didn't take that on. It tells me it wasn't cuttable.
And veteran. That's why I talk like him, because he's one of my best mates and we're on par. I can't help it, buddy.
I'm surprised Woody went that ball, because I would
Did he
have thought...
pot it though? He's still got 2, yeah?
Yeah. No, he doesn't have 2. He only has 1.
Oh, the only have
Tyson
one.
got out of the
Okay.
snooker. Looks like he was trying to block a double.
Yeah, yeah. Now it's going to be a plant double. It's going to be pretty hard there. Aaron, what's going on, buddy? Would have been good to see you here at this comp, buddy. Like, I know you like to get away.
The yellow's too far out of the pocket to sort of take the pocket.
Steve Tranny with the lungs of an elephant. Wow, it's just made it a bit easier.
It's still not easy. I feel like Woody's almost going to snooker again, but no, he's taking it on now.
Yeah, he could
Just
potentially play this very bottom one.
Yeah, he played it well. He didn't want that to go in, that's for sure. You can get that wrong and knock that in.
No, definitely not. He's now got a good angle to try and pop this ball over the right corner and actually get back up for the right centre as well.
I feel like he could do that playing into the centre. He
He
could put this
yeah,
in the
yeah,
centre
yeah,
and run
definitely
down.
could. I think it might just be a harder pot, or are my eyes deceiving me?
I feel like it's just off angle and he
It's
can,
actually not bad. Yeah, you're
he
right.
can run down to the badge.
Yeah, that's a way better way to do it. Pot this, get up there.
No, he's
I don't know what
queuing
he's
up on
doing
it.
here.
He wants to put a heap of side on it, like he has done. Probably putting the white behind the black, maybe. No, he's taking it on.
Good pot.
And I think that's a key shot, because you didn't want those 2 yellows there.
I'm just not
Obviously-
sure. I'm just not sure about this mapping. Like, he's. You know how before we were talking about how, like Jake, when he maps, he usually deletes
Yep.
a few balls up one end and then works his way back down. And here, as we were saying before, like that was always going. That's not even an issue. Here, like he's having to travel the white and do things. It's not natural. It's having to be made, which can cause some issues. But he's played it really, really well.
He has
Superb.
recovered, I suppose you could say.
Yeah.
Tyson missed a trick that last frame to get 5-3 up, and now faces Woody
Yeah,
on the
faces
hill.
Deficit. Yeah. Yep.
And
And
this is
the way Woody's playing, like, it might not have been the cleanest, might not have been the neatest, but he keeps potting the balls. Like, you can't take that away from him. He's playing well. He's not missing that very much, and every time he gets a good opportunity, he makes the most of it a lot more.
absolutely 100%.
I don't see an issue with this at all.
I can't see this not getting to hill. Every time that
Potentially.
Woody sort of got away, Tyson came back. He got himself into a situation of getting to the lead, and while he sees himself behind here, I still think he's got a really good opportunity, because the amount of opportunities that each frame has had, there's going to be an opportunity for him to take this to hill.
Yeah, I think there is going to be a couple opportunities in this frame, just because it's getting to deeper and deeper.
Mm-hmm.
If Woody gets a ball here and gets a good split, then it could be over. But
Gives them a
I
good
think
whack.
from what we've seen, there's probably going to be a couple opportunities.
Yep.
Wow, he's put a
Power
lot
break.
of power into that.
And
That's
got a ball.
such a good break.
Look at these reds.
Fantastic break.
Look at these reds.
He just took a moment just to settle himself and really punch them in.
Yeah. Are you taking the, I know you're sort of queuing over the top. Are you cutting the red sort of in line with us, how we're
You know
looking
what,
at
I
taking it to the
actually-
centre?
I was going to say I actually don't mind yellows here, but there is a bit to do. So that's craziness. The black, the transition to black is going to be, I think, the issue,
Ooh.
and that's why he's taking this ball now.
This is,
No, I like this.
oh look, I do as well, but there's a tricky transition to the red.
No, it's fine, I reckon. All he has to
To
do
black.
here is literally just soft screw down to the bottom rail, and you can either play up towards the center of the pocket, or if he does this, like he can just leave something. I would have wanted to get on the nameplate pretty much, or you know, on the
Yes,
angle.
it is 5-4. Lachlan, thank you. Yeah, definitely. Definitely would have liked to have been on the top rail.
I know.
Bit of a fine cut. Just got to avoid the yellow and the in off, and he has.
Got a good kiss there. I played it well. We didn't see where the line of it was, but he's obviously come in between the two yellows near the nameplate. And he makes the
We've
out.
cursed.
He makes
Put
the
a
out.
curse on it. We thought there was going to be an opportunity. Tyson.
No, I had a feeling if he gets a good split there,
Yeah.
he was potentially going to
Well done to Woody into the final. Tyson played an absolutely incredible tournament.
Yeah,
winning
Tyson
the Friday
played really
night
well.
comp, getting to a semi, going deep in the semi as well. But we have ourselves an all Ballarat final as Woody comes over and we say congratulations to him.
We have an all Mojo's final.
Oh no,
This could be a disaster.
we come crashing down. Commiserations to Tyson. He played a great tournament, great final as well. Guys, we're going to stick to this stream. We're not going to change to a separate stream. We'll play the final on this stream as well, so stick around.
Yeah, it's all about the chances that we've gotten given, and Tyson just gave a couple of little chances, half chances towards the end of the match, and then Woody really took advantage of it, and then when he got a good split, he then took advantage of it even more. So I think that was the key to that frame and that match, was just taking your chances later in the match, because that's when it actually really counts. But Tyson played well all day. Like,
He's
take
had a
nothing
really good
away.
weekend.
He's an awesome player. Awesome.
I'm going to go back to that black in the top corner that he missed.
Yeah, that was the big one.
That is, you can almost say it's a turning point. That's put him on the hill.
Yeah, that's a huge turning point, to be fair. That was probably black of the match, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's pool. I mean, you've got to take your opportunities when you're given. You can't miss these opportunities when you're getting this deep in the comps. You've got to take those opportunities and those blacks down the rail.
Yeah, you definitely do.
To be fair, it wasn't a tough black.
No,
but
the one he overcut
to pop the black, yeah.
Yeah.
But as we said, we can't take it away too much. He got himself into a fantastic situation.
Well, we mustn't forget he was 3-0 down. Woody hadn't missed the ball really, and he's fought himself back. I don't think he missed the ball for 2 or 3 frames to get it back to level pegging, and then just a couple of little errors from both guys sort of created frames and just sort of changed it all around.
Yep.
Is that what it was?
Matty, Rabbit reckons the envelope's a little bit light.
Rabbit always wants the envelope to be a little bit bigger.
Some fan on YouTube.
A profit's a profit.
Thank
A
you.
profit's a profit.
Gordo's just come up and Chris Richardson, thanks buddy. I appreciate it. I'll have to get you one back when you're up here.
I'm thinking of the 500. No, I only got half of that, 250, so I lost. I lost 100.
Hey, you weren't even going to be in it, alright?
No, no, doesn't matter.
The final pushes out to a race to 7. We just get the graphics set. Table's getting prepped. A quick thank you again to Shooters Lounge for hosting the first Ballarat Open in many years. While it's a little bit light on the numbers, it definitely has been a very enjoyable tournament.
Yeah, definitely.
And no doubt you have to start somewhere. It was
It's
a bit
going
unfortunate.
to be bigger and better as well.
Absolutely, a
next
bit
year.
unfortunate it was so close to Nationals, a week after Nationals. A bit unfortunate with the scheduling. The Nationals had no choice but to hold it then. It's
Yeah.
going to go back to a more normal
Yeah.
position next year. October time, I'm pretty sure, is the normal time for
Nationals. Was it the end of? No, it's always been middle October, hasn't it?
October
It's
time.
always been October. Yeah.
So that will definitely
I
free
think,
up
I
a
think
lot
it was a
more
clash with the
calendars.
Worlds of the black ball. I think it clashed with Worlds black ball.
Okay.
That's why they changed
Yep.
it.
Okay. So
But yeah, next year it would be really good to see a heap more guys up here. We're going to be expanding and just we want to make it like a staple, like Geelong Open, and be that kind of tournament.
the amount of effort that went into the venue, 18 tables, all reclothed, all in really good condition.
Yeah,
So
yep.
no holds barred on making sure the conditions were great for all the players.
Yeah.
Um,
And it's never going to get to a bad level either, because Ferg is an absolute Nazi. I'll be the first one to say he's a bit of a Nazi on racking cloths and just keeping the tables nice and neat, because that's what you have to do. You know, you have to respect the venue, respect the tables, and just put effort into keeping it good if you want to have it good.
If the players respect the venue, the venue will respect
They
the players.
repay in spades.
Exactly.
So that's what we want.
The food has been outstanding.
Good, really good,
I love the introduction of getting to a place that can provide food as well. And
Yep.
while we're not talking about a 5-star Michelin chef kitchen, we're getting good proper food.
How's the Palmers?
The Palmers have been
Palmers
pretty.
are
I haven't had a
actually
Palmer
good.
yet. I had a schnitzel sandwich and it was actually
Yep.
quite delightful.
The
I've had
chips
the
are
chip,
always
cheese and
good.
gravy.
Yep.
Woody's
outstanding.
Woody's had a man here. And before we get to the start, before Jake breaks off, Zach Custom Cues as well. Zach has been here most of the weekend. He's picked up a lot of cues to alter. He's brought some breaking cues down with him as well. He's done a lot of work this weekend, donated some cues for the raffle. Zach, we can't say anymore, Zach, for the amount of effort
Oh, he
that he
puts
puts into
massive effort in.
pool
Yeah.
and sponsoring and juniors. So
Yep.
we thank
Zach's the
Shooters
man.
Lounge and we thank Zach as well. It was great to see him.
It'd be great to see him and potentially a few others down next year as well.
Correct. And we
Yeah,
start.
as we say, just make it a one of the staple comps that everyone wants to come to. Now, if you couldn't make it, that's unlucky. Like we would love to see you here, but if you couldn't make it for whatever reason, it's just how life goes, I suppose. And hopefully see you here next year. Now we've got a final to actually get back to. All right, Jay. So
An all
Stop
Ballarat
going
final.
off on a tangent.
A race
Yep,
to 7.
All Ballarat.
Hey, I was just using
All
a nice
Ballarat
bit of
final,
dead air.
Exactly what we need. This is what we wanted from the people of Ballarat have spoken. We need Jake McCartney versus one of the other guys from Ballarat. Mark Kerwood happens to be the one.
Jake's potted off the break, taking yellows. Just would have liked that yellow to pass the black into the left centre, but shouldn't be too much of a problem as it still comes to this bottom left corner. We'll need to move the yellow on the bottom left corner now, just to make sure it's on. Possibly could be his last ball now, the one next to the black.
I think he needs to figure out what's going to happen up the other end of this table too. Oh, that's a bad shot. That's just made it not on. I don't know if it goes past the black to the centre. I think he was just having a look.
Oh, great shot. Has he left himself on it though? It looks like he has. Looks like he can pot this and just come off the bottom rail. Just get below the yellow.
Yeah, Nath, you're right. I think Steve is the whole reason why the Calcutta was a tiny bit, little bit light this year. It's just that he wasn't putting his money into his hand into his wallet and bumping him up to around 15k. It was only around 5k this year, unfortunately, but hopefully,
Mid fives.
hopefully next year.
Mid fives, he
Yeah,
got
mid
about
fives,
5,
yeah.
5, 6.
It's
So
probably not too bad for a first tournament, especially since looking objectively, Jake was probably going to be the favourite, heavy favourite coming in. Not saying anything to all the other guys; they're all amazing.
oh wow, what a
That's
shot!
such a sick shot. It's just his run in tournaments like this has been astounding over the last 10, 15 years. And in a sort of field this, let's say light, there probably wasn't going to be too much betting outside of Jake. So
I think Temujin through the Calcutta. Temujin was probably the
Tem
second
as well,
favourite.
yeah, sorry.
He went at
forgot Tem was
800. Jake has made a pretty sick out here, and he had
It's
to,
been sick.
considering where he left himself on numerous occasions. And Jake goes,
That's a lot better out than it made it,
1-0
than he
up.
made it look at the end. That was awesome.
and a race to 7, so it's blown out an extra freight.
I like the race to sevens. I like how it goes up from
Yep.
quarters onwards or whatever it is. I love how we're going up to race to 7 because it doesn't feel as cutthroat. It feels like we're actually getting a good meaty final.
Yep.
Race to 6 is okay too, but race to 7 I think is perfect.
What you should be making note of.
I said no one's ever going to make the table.
Tim was here one year. The West Satellite Nationals. And I think it was
Ricky has gone out with a prediction of a 7-1 Jake win. That's heavily one-sided.
It is,
Yeah.
considering Woody can play the game.
And-
Like, he's not here for no reason.
And Ricky, I know you've watched the semi and you've watched the quarters as well. Jake has made a lot of mistakes, and I feel like it's going to be a little bit not as one-sided as that. You can't say that Jake's not the favourite, but I don't think it's going to be as one-sided as a 7-1.
You can't say Woody's just going to give up, as
No,
well. You
no.
know,
But put your predictions in the chat. We'd like to see them, and we'll be interested to see who gets close.
Yeah, the only one I will not I will not have is 7-1 Woody because that's not going to happen. What a shot!
That's a great shot.
That is such a good shot.
Such a good putt, and probably wanted it a little bit firmer, to be fair.
Potentially, yeah, he could possibly play the back double into the centre, but he has got a couple of problem balls here. But potentially, if he can play this ball back into the centre,
Mhm.
he can come around for either one of those three up the top there, like to the bottom cushion or bottom pocket or whatever. He's just decided to. I'm not sure if he might be able to get this out now. Big shot, big shot. They're just a bit ugly, these ones, a little bit.
Just can't see the line of the shot here.
Oh, that's so
fallen
stiff. It
short.
hasn't actually dropped.
Probably a little bit of result with those two reds on the right side of the rail. Sorry, on the right side near the balk.
Yeah, well, he was always playing it in or over for that very reason.
Is there a double on here or a possible triple?
I don't think so. Possibly a triple off the bottom one.
I feel like there might be a triple on here. I think Jake's looking at a possible triple. Oh, he's on the double.
The double was almost on.
Yeah.
I think he played the triple, but it just swung wider.
We've got very heavy one-sided predictions in Jake's corner. More have made it a little bit
7-3, massive
Yeah,
head.
7-3, 7-4, 7. It's 7-3 as well. So
Old mate, old friend, old buddy.
we won't comment on what you were saying earlier in the chat, Dax. You can
That file's been deleted, buddy.
you can tell him straight up, and we're still waiting for that $50 donation from today. As soon as you mentioned it.
What about the Nationals? I don't think I saw him donate to that either, did he?
No, he did.
Oh, he did.
He did donate.
That's
He
okay.
did donate once out of the 20 times he mentioned it.
Well, you can only ask so much, right?
Jake, a double here, or is he snookering?
Yeah, he probably will. He probably will lay up. I think it all depends if that red goes off the jaw and off the yellow.
Mhm.
Potting. 7-6 Woody. Whoa, I like it.
Just taking the double on, he's fallen short.
Shot to nothing,
Come
done.
up short.
But kind of not really a shot to nothing. And he's made a big pocket for this yellow. Yellow too, if he wants to take it. The yellow on the left-hand side.
A 7 all with a 6 red shootout.
I like it.
That's not going to happen because
Yeah.
it's a race to 7,
20%.
not a win by 2.
Yeah, we're not playing tennis, buddy. Unfortunately, that'd be good. That'd be good, wouldn't it? Have tiebreakers in the final. We'd be here forever sometimes.
Are you taking that on and driving through that a little bit more?
You know what I'm really loving here? Just to go on a different topic. Woody seems super focused here. He's not. He usually moves up a little bit when he's queuing balls, and that's what kind of makes him miss a little bit. He is still as a cucumber.
Yep.
Dead cucumber.
Yellow does go underneath the red, which is why he's left himself on it.
That's
Great
good
shot.
shot.
It's a
Great
brilliant
shot.
shot.
Yeah,
Now-
bit of a lax safety there from Jake.
This is
Potentially he just wanted to just pot the double and then do
Yep.
something else after that. So that must be why he kind of left it a bit bad.
Are you going off a couple of rails here, possibly bottom right rail as well, and black in the centre that we're looking at
Or
here?
that, or he could hit it thin and then just come down. You know, hit the yellow thin and then just let it travel back down. Yeah, like that.
I'll tell you what.
Good
I tell you
shot.
what.
Good shot. Good call.
I tell you what. Not bad from you. Not bad from
Not
you.
bad from me.
Bad at all.
He might even just play this off the red, will he? Oh, just for that little bit of.
Smiley's living
Insurance.
rent free in Mark's head. Just
I'm just
know what's going
tweaking
on.
what he's doing.
And we're at 1-1. Silverware on display there. Jake to break.
Just read the first couple of lines.
Jake's made a ball again.
Wow.
Right down the bottom of the table again.
Anyone who says you don't need breaking cues, have a look at how Jake's been breaking. They've been going everywhere. What are they? Are they true line? No, not true line. What is it?
Firing line.
Firing line.
Firing line.
I should know
I was
this. I've
gonna say,
broken
I
one
didn't-
every frame.
And I didn't want to say that you've sort of been the man handling it
I
down here.
have. I know. I'm bloody hopeless. I've got everything going on. What
Oh,
a shot!
that's a great shot.
That is such a sick shot.
Probably a little bit close for his liking.
Yeah, but I think he's okay. He can just sort of just stab it out, like jack up on it and just stab it back out. You know
I
what mean?
reckon he might be playing safe here. I might chipping the red over the bag, and
Why safe? What do you mean? There's an out on.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. He's going to
What?
take it on. Is he on that? Just,
I'm
is
so
he running
confused.
into the
It
black?
looks like it's easy.
Is it running into the black?
A little bit more tricky, but I think he kind of got the result he sort of wanted.
Michael says, nice call, Sir Smiley. Yeah, he called that pretty well.
I can watch the game. Just my decision making on the table sometimes lets me down.
Jake's got himself some options here. Yeah, that's correct, Aaron. We made note of that earlier on, that every time Jake breaks, the balls are flying up to the balk.
It's just that firing line power.
It is, a nice new cloth.
I've just said it was good. I said the firing line power. Dewey?
Is Jake just nudging into this yellow
No, he
here?
doesn't even need to. Just rolls into it.
Just the way he's been playing him recently, it makes me feel
No,
like he was going to nudge into that
he's
yellow.
different. He's turned. Haven't you felt it?
Runner rack.
Have you not felt it?
No, I've got
I
no
have
idea-
literally.
no
I've
idea
been
what
watching
you're
this and I'm like, alright, Jake's different. He's in full kill mode. I'm telling you right now, he is literally. He's gone. All right, I'm in final mode now. I don't lose here.
You know what it is?
He's in the final.
He hasn't had an alcohol. He
Well,
hasn't
that's
no
true.
alcohol all day.
Right. Okay. No. Jake's a scary prospect when he gets into this mode.
Would his team has come down to back him up?
Yeah, for sure. I think most of Woody's and Donny's team played in this today, so it's really good to see. A few of our guys got in it too. I think young Kynan went really far in our team, so he won a few matches, which is good. I got beaten by Donny. I think Jamie had an absolute shocker. Matty got beaten by Stevie Tran, I think.
No, Matty got beaten by Tyson.
No, Steve Tran.
Okay, I'll just sit here. Newcastle says you're back on.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Nah, Jakey feels a bit different right about now. He's switched.
When he making sure that his hydration bottle's well topped up?
It's a bit frothy though. I don't know how much hydration he might be getting for
I think he's lost his chalk. He's lost his chalk.
What do you have, tape?
Tam chalk, as good as it is, I watched about 500 blocks of it rolling around the floor at Nationals last week. As soon as it's a floor, it goes. You can't find it.
Sometimes you only have to put it on the table and it just gets knocked and it's just gone.
Oh,
Yeah. You don't leave, if you've got cats, guys, just a little bit of a tip, do not leave it out anywhere because you will lose that as quick as anything. Apparently I went over to Jamie's and had a hit and his kittens took took one of his pieces of chalk and hasn't brought it back yet. So he's not happy with me.
Michael, hopefully we do see you next year, mate, and hopefully I'm here as well.
Yeah, it'd be great to see him, Nick, up here. Or come down, sorry.
That yellow's frozen on the side rail as well. Makes it a little bit more tricky.
The safety, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll see him? Oh, well, probably not. But do
I mean,
you think we'll
international-
see him
Sorry.
play that yellow and then just pop the red?
Well, I was going to say, in international rules, you can almost guarantee Jake's tapping this yellow, knocking
sure.
the red in,
For sure,
and
leaving
then
him nothing.
leaving
Yeah.
the table. But in here, I don't think he does.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth.
No, I think there's some tied up reds, and he's, made it even more tied up now. A little bit of chipping around here just to try and get some, just to get
false
ahead in the
free.
frame. Yeah, with this red in the bottom left corner's made the table a little bit tricky for Jake, with the two yellows behind the red on the left side of the table.
Potentially just underhit that a little bit.
I don't think he's going to be too worried about it. Unless he can play the red that's below the black into the corner to get into the black
Open
and the red,
everything up,
or
yeah.
Or if that red goes near the yellow.
Yeah, I think what we might just see him do here is, play the red up the top, double it back down, and just sort of leave Jake not much over the left hand side of the table. Which it looks like he's playing this now. He's played it the other way. That was my sort of first instinct.
He's gone to Luke Anglesey, but just not at pace.
Yeah, that was sick, by the way. That was one of the sickest shots. I'll say shots because it was a fluke, but that was one of the sickest shots I've ever seen. And Luke was not at all sorry.
I wouldn't have been either.
He's like, that's a highlight reel, I'll take it.
Might have wanted that yellow a little bit further over. Probably doesn't, because that's sending the white ball low down the table instead of being able to play it on the high side and keeping the white high.
I would nearly almost be playing the red that's in the middle of the table off the yellow that's the furthest left yellow and playing it down onto the top cushion. And then you kind of open up,
Oh, that's a foul.
wow. Then you kind of open up your reds and
Yeah.
then kill the other yellow. You don't leave him too much either.
I was thinking about doing similar to that, but playing the red on the black and pushing the black to the side rail and
that's not
opening
a bad,
that.
that's not a bad shot either. Because then you're opening up that red that's like
Yeah.
covered by it.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Yeah, and you're not fouling as well.
Yeah, that's it.
I think Jake's going to try and open the black here with this shot down the top of the table, which he has done. Sorry, in the centre of the
Has he
table, I
got
said top.
a little bit lucky? Not really. It's kind of not that good of a result, is it?
Not really. I feel like he can open these up just by playing yellow onto, which he's looking at now, red onto yellow, yellow onto red onto red.
What? Where's he putting the yellow? Is he keeping going? Or, well, it's a foul. Sorry, yeah, go on.
Second visit, so this is...
I'm with you now,
yeah.
sorry. I forgot about the foul.
Oh, no, he's not left it on.
Yeah, that's a
He
bad.
can take the cut into the top right corner here, which is probably eyeing up.
The centre.
The one that's centre of the
Do you reckon
table.
he can play the ball into the centre and come around the angles and get a cannon?
I think he might cut this yellow top right corner, and
Yeah. Or he
Nice.
may even just come back for an angle to actually get into it. I don't know what
it's
he's
the angle.
doing.
He's probably not gone far enough.
Yeah,
Probably wanted another couple of inches.
at least, yeah. Yep.
He's going to come to the bottom of the table here. Oh, oops.
He's played that exactly how it should have happened, but he didn't want to do it. So everything that he's done there is exactly what should have happened.
He's left himself pretty much dead straight on this.
To be fair
Yellow
though,
similar table.
if you play that shot on these tables before the recloth, that probably would have just stunned and stayed over the hole. So I don't know if he's been playing here or not, but I don't know. Bit of an error, little bit of an error.
We'd like to go down the wire as well, Morgan, that's for sure.
You are so. Oh, look at this.
Is he going
Look
to
at
kiss
this.
it? Oh,
Oh,
he definitely gave it a ride there. But this is what happened in the last match against Steve Tran. He was just giving up a few opportunities with Jake, which is what made me think it wasn't going to be a whitewash. He committed himself to taking the out here. And again, he's left himself in the same position.
it's kind of like he's just had a few bites of the cherry and it's just not happening this frame. I think he'll try and do something here, but there's not really much he can do now. There could potentially being yellow off the top red and playing a double into the centre, potentially. Like that's sort of the only thing that I can kind of see.
Almost looks like he's going to go double off the top rail and try and kiss the red for it to go in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, well, potentially as well, yeah. Yeah. Gordo, get out of the way.
We need. That's nowhere near. And it's
He
going to end up on the top
smashed it
rail.
too hard. That's because he had to get the speed, but he also didn't. He couldn't sort of play it like that. Otherwise, it was always going to straighten up.
Worst place possible for the yellow.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure we'll see Woody go out here. I reckon he might A, play a shot to nothing, or
I think
B,
he'll play a shot to nothing here.
play a bit of safety maybe.
That's a good shot.
I'd definitely take the out now after making that ball.
Definitely, yeah. Oh, he's underhit that by a bit. Oh. No, he definitely wanted to be up the table more so as he could pot it and float back out off the cushion instead of coming away from like the blind pocket. It's not a blind pocket, but it kind of is.
I reckon you take that red as your last ball now. That top left corner.
Yep, potentially, yep. Definitely wouldn't be playing it now, I don't think. It's too much angle. Although, it's a shot to nothing as well because it does have the angle.
It is a shot to nothing.
I don't mind this shot.
And you can go at it quite firmly. You just don't want to jaw it and I look at it sits over the bag.
Yeah.
You don't want it to jaw and then run into the yellow and push the yellow across. Guys, remember the pinned comment in the chat. Any donations greatly appreciated to CueballTV and to Dan. All the work that he does, all the travelling around, all the comps he does. Really appreciate any donation you guys can part with. Streams have just been getting better and better and better and better. And he's talking about adding an overhead camera to the repertoire in future tournaments. So, or Jake.
That was so close. Yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be really cool.
Yeah, but these things obviously don't come cheap. So, any sort of donation you can get. Wouldn't be able to do it with the current camera setup that he's got. You know, they're too bulky. We need to find something a little bit smaller. So any donation, guys, to aid with the quality of the streams, greatly appreciated. Two, barring a tragic in-off here in the centre.
2-2, I think. Yeah. Just doesn't want to put a little bit of trace of accidental slide here on and have something weird happen.
He's playing low. He's dragging this a little bit.
Yeah, he will drag it. Like he'll sort of just like he likes to stun balls in like that.
Great shot.
That's a good shot.
Great shot. That'll do
I hate
just
those
fine.
shots because I don't know how you can control them, but he's controlled it really well.
Oh, heavens!
He's hit the yellow there on the way through.
2-2. And we're getting the final we want. We definitely don't want to blow out. We want to see this have some legs, which we're getting at the moment.
Yeah, you want a tight final. Who did Woody play in Geelong final? What, 2011 or 2012 or something like that? Was it Jake that he played in the Geelong final?
Could have been, actually.
I know he's been in a Geelong final. I know that much. I just can't quite remember who it was.
Could have been. Let's see how these break cues go, Newcastle. Jake with his
Boom, everywhere.
ball's down by the balk again, makes a ball in the centre. Has the white in a much better position than he has done in past breaks with the white up against the top rail. Definitely a Reds table here. Reds sort of look ABC, but this is the key. This is almost the black ball shot there.
Where's
Got to
that?
land good. Got himself the centre on the left side. Can land a little bit low just to make sure that he's got angle to cut the lower of the two Reds in the centre of the table into the right centre so he can land low, which he has done nicely. And this is almost a 2.5 minute out.
It's made these look easy, hasn't he?
It does, and you know, it took a key shot to begin with down the rail, and to land on that ball that was behind those two yellows to make it an easy out. Hammer's confirming it was Woody versus Jake in the final at Geelong. Thanks, mates. Someone's using a camera. Bit of flashing in the background. It was going off before, just in the eye line, not right behind Jake, but you can see it in the corner of your eye.
Yeah, I almost told my missus off for doing that before. I was playing AJ upstairs and she friggin' put the flash on, but it was just after I played the shot, and I'm like, I didn't make a big deal because I kind of forgot about it as soon as it happened, but I remember it now.
Yeah.
It was like a flash, and I'm like, oh, what's going on?
Correct, Newcastle, and you know,
2014. Geez, I've got a good memory, Hammer. Almost.
He's he definitely wasn't too keen on the maple setup. He likes his ash, does Jake. So I've seen that he's changed to an ash version because it's all about, as he says, it's all about the wood to him. It's all about the shaft.
Just trust Hammer. He knows. Hammer's been around all these guys and all the tournaments and getting deep, and is a rare old encyclopedia. I love it.
Dan, you need to have a word to the missus about playing the women's series at the Pockets.
What?
Yeah, he definitely likes the ash a lot more than the maple. And look, we're seeing him break really well with it, which to him, breaking well with it now means when he's playing on the weekend, because he's playing this weekend in England, that's going to give him a lot of confidence with his break. What he's dumped the white, yellows. There's an argument for yellows and reds here. I think reds are definitely going to be the colour he chooses here. But again, there's an argument for both.
Yeah, they link it probably a bit nicer. He needs longer arms. He forgets that he can use his cue to just reposition it. But to be fair, he's not a billiards player, so he wouldn't even. Not a lot of people do that stuff.
No, we watched a bit of billiards on Thursday when we were down. Sorry, Friday afternoon.
Where'd you watch that at?
At the airport.
Here?
Yep.
You went up and watched billiards in Ballarat?
Yeah, we.
Oh my god, unlucky I wasn't in the final.
No, it was a
did
couple
you
of
really?
couple of social. Yeah, it was
Yeah, right.
just a bit of a social play. We
Thursday
went and
night.
watched.
Yep.
More because of Muzzy just wanting to go down and check out the updates to the room.
At the airport.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really nice now.
It is.
Yeah,
it
it's
is
good.
really good. Just got to put up all the photos and everything to
Yep.
pretty much finish it off. But
Yeah.
hoping to get that filled out again now. They've got some really good facilities there now.
Yeah, it'd be good to get the not to harp on about it, but it'd be good to get the tables up to really good nick. Like they're in good nick at the moment, but it'd just be nice to get them a bit nicer.
Mm-hmm.
And then that thanks Junior. It'd
Thank
just
you,
be
Jen.
nice. It'd
Thank you
just be
very much.
nice to have the tables that match the room, because the room is such quality. It's
Yep.
not even funny.
Well, they've basically re-stumped underneath the whole thing, so
They've rebuilt the whole thing.
they've got proper staging underneath
Yeah.
the tables now as well. So,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh!
thank you, Dax. Appreciate you dropping that 50 in. You've said it once and you've come up with the goods. Thank you. Jake's played a really nice shot here.
Yeah, every frame that Jake's made it out, it's been really neat. Which has obviously that's a pretty obvious statement to make. It tends to happen, but
Yeah.
it's just I think it's the difference between him and Woody at the moment.
Not making the similar mistakes like he did in the semi
No,
against Steve.
that's why I was saying Jake looks like he's just switched a little bit, switched gears.
No, thank you, Chris. Appreciate that. Thanks for the donation, and to Dax as well. Living up to his word. We appreciate that very much. Jake got himself a little buffer now, 4-2 lead, break in hand, and he's been breaking really well. Great break, got a red, got the white in a really good spot on the table here. Oh geez, the blacks are in a bit of a pickle here. If the red wasn't over the top right corner, he'd be going yellows purely because of where the black is. But the fact that reds have got pocket control at the top right side, I can only imagine that he's still going to take reds. He could almost snick this top right, the red over the top right corner, and maybe open the black. But massive shot. Taking reds.
Center of the pocket. Center of the pocket.
He's got the angle here to wants to catch the lower yellow, the left yellow, which is the one he's aiming at right now, just to nudge it out of the way of the black to the left corner. It's all about just getting the shot right off this, which he has done. He's just got to get the white right. He's left himself on one at least. The top right corner. And that's not bad because it gives him options taking this ball. If he underhits it, he's got the red in the left top left corner. If he overhits it, he's got the red in the left centre.
Looks like he's just gone for the overhit because he was going to get that
This
cannon.
has got to not get in the path.
That might
which it
be
hasn't.
that might be okay.
That's
I
perfect.
think that red goes past the other red.
There you go. Yeah, I think the red on the right.
I think it's huge pocket.
yeah, red on the right easily goes.
And then he's fine for the other ball near the bulk line, and should be out here.
Yeah.
He's just got to. He's probably going to play for the black in the centre. Probably just drift down and play for the black in the centre, I'd say.
Has he missed that? No.
No, he's had a bit more angle than I thought.
Nah.
Than we thought.
I don't
but
think
it's
he's
fine.
playing for the centre. I think he'll pretty much get.
He could just screw back over.
Yeah, I think he will come the side rail.
It's probably easier to judge. You've probably got a bit more room for error as well.
Yeah.
It's much of a muchness. It just depends on what angle he gets, I think.
Great shot. Great shot. He
It
can
will
just
now
screw
be-
straight back to the
yeah.
side rail.
It'll now be side rail back to the left corner. Oh, he's hit that really well. Got into that
Did
really
that
superb
really well.
and perfect.
And that's that new tip I put on for him on Thursday night,
And
coming into work.
Jakey looks poised. Jakey looks really poised here.
Does. As he said, like he was giving up a lot of opportunities against Tranny, who was just next to me right now, but he's definitely looking a lot cleaner.
Cleaner now, huh?
He gave Tranny heaps of chances that he just couldn't make. Right?
No.
Tony didn't worry.
Tranny was happy with the semi.
He's in a hurry to get on his flight tonight.
No, it was a good match between them. I don't think either of them did like too much wrong. Arguably, Jake made a couple more errors potentially.
I think we noticed them more because he seemed to be at the table first every time.
Yeah. I think that's just what the notice was. Yeah, I agree. Oh. And Woody just trying to put a lot into that has missed the pack pretty much. He's missed where his contact point was. Just come across it, trying to put a lot of power into it. So that's where Woody really needed to probably just take a bit of time, like that extra 2 seconds, and then just time them instead of trying to smash them. Because
the way that he gets up on it, his cue seems to come across the ball sometimes, and I think that just emphasises there on that break if he doesn't get it right.
If he doesn't get the timing right, it can happen exactly like that. And he doesn't hit where he wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Tough little pack in the centre here to negotiate.
That's such a good shot.
He's played it really well. The black
such a fantastic
goes
shot.
to the top left corner now.
I thought he was going to play that and just sort of nudge it out, but he's played that superb.
He has, absolutely has.
He just wants to be able to leave himself. He wants to sort of play these two. He might even play it now. Just probably the angle that he has here to come down for the top yellow of the pack into the left hand corner, into the left hand centre. That's probably the key shot here.
Yeah. Look at this.
Just like that, but it's tiny bit not far enough. Just a touch. But he's still fine.
He's not a foot short of where he was every other time in the last in the last match.
Yeah, we're picking on him, but it's kind of like because it's not perfect.
Yep.
And yet, as I say that, the angle might be going away from it, so it might be fine anyway. It just looks like from here that he's going back the other way, but I don't think he is.
Well, I think he got a kick there. It looked like he got a kick.
Yeah, Gordo definitely hasn't put the triangle. I see it now. Jamie goes fair OCD on me that the triangle isn't actually perfectly perpendicular. That would annoy me too if I saw it.
Oh, he's driven through it and he's not left himself on the one in the corner, which he wanted.
It's okay. He can still pop this.
He can. We just got to make sure the black was on in the bottom left corner, which
think it is.
Still looks like it's on.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
We won't let Gordo know what he's done with the triangle because I guarantee you he'll do it every time now, just to get on your nerves, Jamie.
Or he'll start racking it as yellow first. Red Jays.
No, Red Jays.
We actually called our team name the Red Jays because Gordo and I had that big of an argument about it because I just didn't really care and I wanted to annoy him. So I every time I did the Red Jays and he used to foul me and just be stupid and whatever. So we ended up calling our team name the Red Jays. I'm pretty sure we ended up winning the title too that year.
Red Jay, is that a baseball team? The Red Jay,
I'm
Blue
not
Jays?
sure.
No, Blue Jays. Blue Jays ice hockey team. That's
Is
right.
it? Yeah.
Oh no, Dax is about to pop off. Now, Woody's played a pretty sensible shot there. He's cut the black off to this bottom left corner.
Don't do the miscue. It's not fair, Dax. Stop bringing it up. He did not miscue against WA in the semis, right? Or prelim.
He's given us a time.
A timestamp.
Oh, Jake.
I don't even know if he can get behind it to. I don't even know if he can get behind it just to flick the yellow over either. My mind's always working, Dax. Mr. 20%. Oh. Well, we're not going to have another national situation where Jake's involved and the Cuball marker gets moved again, are we?
Oh, he grabbed the right ball.
Oh, he got the right one.
Total has been granted.
Disaster that was, wasn't it?
Jake just had, it wasn't ideal. Jake just has to touch his yellow.
Was it total?
It was a total,
Yeah.
yes. And in that situation there, the yellow, had it have not been a total, and the yellow been frozen, the yellow, if that yellow was to leave the rail and then hit the rail again, it would actually be a foul. For it to leave the rail and then make contact with the same rail, it actually has to hit another rail first, or make contact with another ball first. It can't leave the rail and go back to it as if it was the table causing the ball to leave the rail and re-hit it.
Is that legit?
Legitimate rule, yes.
Yeah, right. So it has to hit another rail.
For it to hit the same rail, it has to make contact with another ball, or make contact with another rail first.
Yeah, right. I did not know that rule.
Yeah.
I've been playing this game for like however long, and I did not know that rule.
It's definitely not
I don't think it's ever come up, to be fair.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. More times than not, if you hit a frozen ball, the white's hitting the rail anyway.
Yeah.
But if
Well, you make sure.
if the white's frozen,
Are you talking about frozen or if it's just off
frozen? Frozen.
Frozen. Yeah, of course, yeah. No, that makes sense now. I'm thinking, what are you on about when it's just like a non-snooker? If he wasn't totaled there, yep.
and the yellow was frozen, that
Right.
shot would have been a foul.
Was the
That's
yellow
what I'm saying.
frozen?
Well, it didn't matter because it was total.
No, I know that, but was the yellow frozen?
I don't think it mattered because it was a total.
Yeah, I know that. But if it wasn't
I can't
a total,
see from here.
Right.
I can't see from here.
Oh, wow.
He's got a big double.
Big pocket, yeah.
He's just got to avoid the double kiss.
No, I think he can just sort of, well, yeah, maybe, yep. But I think he can just screw back into the red, like,
Yeah.
and sort of just force it away.
Yeah. But in the same scenario, if the white was frozen to the rail and the red's frozen to the and the object ball's frozen to the rail, we've lost our overlay. Well, at least we've still got the 1980s scoreline. It's a fair
off
effort.
the rail?
And it's left it on.
Yeah, he's a bit filthy with that. To be fair.
We've left our overlay. It looks like the 1989 Crucible.
Someone's
Sneaker
hacked.
scoreline.
So guys, we need some. You need to
More
donate
donations.
some money
some
so as
more-
we can get some anti-malware.
Get some virus software.
yeah. Someone's hacked. It must be an unknown person named. I won't even say it. He must be happy.
I think the file has just crashed, which
Yeah.
controls the overlay, which
Bugger.
Dan's going to hopefully get back up. If a stream goes down or there's any sort of explosion, we apologise.
And if there is, Shooters is gone. Don't bother coming up.
Woody's in a little spot of bother here. He's teetering with Jake, possibly getting on the hill. He can't make a mistake here.
Yeah, definitely cannot make mistakes.
He's got
there.
angle. He's got some angle here in the
Yep,
centre to
yep,
get down
yep,
to
yep.
that red to cause a bit of
Bit of something.
yeah. Whether he wants to attack it or whether he just wants to get down there and just try and get control of the pocket.
Yeah, that's probably the better option. But I think he'll play it like that
Oh, shot.
and get it out.
Oh, kiss. Look at this.
That's,
Look at
I
there's
just know how he plays.
landed plumb.
I just know how he plays,
Yep.
and he always plays that kind of shot.
This is
He's
landed
very, very
really good.
attacking in that way.
Yep.
Sometimes it can be the undoing, but when it comes off like that, it's brilliant. Now, do you want to play the ball last? The ball down the rail last, or I nearly would.
I think he's playing it second last here.
No, I think it's going to be last. There's no point. There's no point playing it last. Second last.
He's
you know
screwing
what I
this off to the side rail and playing it second last.
mean? True. I don't know about this. I don't know about
He's
this.
gone at it a little
I'm
bit
not-
hard.
I'm not happy about that. You want to be like perfect. You know what I mean? You want to be perfectly behind it.
This is no issue.
Well played. And again, a Jake error causes a loss of frame. So,
We're back. I don't know how long for.
well, not an error. It was a hard pot, but we're back. 5-3.
5-3. 5-3 to Jake. We've got our overlay back. Dan has got onto it. The program's just crashed. That controlled that, which a little bit annoying, but it's all right. And Dan is all over it. Five three. Players are taking a little bit of a break.
I might use that time and actually go do the same thing.
Smiley's going to go visit where the players are, get some inside information for us. Jamie 7-3 is live. I feel like there's another frame or two in here for Woody. Jake just making a couple of errors towards the end of the frame here. He probably played that last one a little bit loose, hoping that he's going to get a result on that ball on the left rail. Again, we thank Shooters Lounge, Zach Custom Cues. Guys, don't forget to like the stream. Liking the stream increases the chances of it being seen in the algorithm. Subscribe if you can as well. There's it doesn't cost you anything. Yes, Jody, definitely lurking, definitely just sitting there lurking in the background. Two stalwarts of Victorian pool. Jake to break. 5-3 up. Another good break, another ball potted. Little bit of a tricky starting ball. If you can get this yellow next to the red and centre of the table into the centre, you'd suggest to be taking yellows. Not sure if the black-yellow plant goes in the bottom right corner. If Dan can get that angle for us. Oh wow, he's missed it. Well, we're not going to see if that plant was on now.
You're shocked?
But that's your opinion. For me, the overhead camera is a great way for us to see an overhead view of the layout of the table. There's only so much you can see from one angle all the time. A bit of an overhead view gives you a good idea of the path of all the balls on the table.
But not only that, it's a different look.
Yeah,
So
agreed.
it's cooler.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's just a different look. So it's not just sort of the same. You're not just watching from one angle all the time. Dan obviously has a few different angles, but you know what I mean. Like they're not. It's just something else added to it.
Yep. I reckon you can,
cooler.
especially for people at home, and you know for people commentating as well, who we can only see what you guys are seeing as well. An overhead camera gives us so much more information. Well, that drops.
That was a really sick shot.
Yes, it was.
He's played that without a doubt. That was such a sick shot. And you know what? I think this 3-ball plant goes as well.
Absolutely, it does.
Or
Yeah, he
4-ball
was just
plant,
lining
really.
up. Just lining it up.
Yeah.
Definitely doesn't want to play it into the red. The red will end up cutting off. He wants to play yellow,
Into
yellow,
the
red, yellow.
Into the red, yeah. Yellow, yellow, red, yellow.
Yep.
Done.
Just got to worry about the path of where this.
He's played that awesome too. I mean, why am I surprised again? But still a little bit to do here. Still a little bit to do. Not perfect, but he's at least still got the angle to come in and out again.
Hayden, that's why we have the link to donate to the stream, so we can get this sort of technology. So feel free to donate that sort of money. Oh, Jake's just missed the plant.
He was meant to get the cannon
Yeah.
on I think the first
Sorry,
one.
the
I think
cannon.
the first one. Yeah, I think Hayden. They still probably do. I'd say they still do it. It's just if they have time to do it on the more regional like tours or not. I think for most of the major tournaments they still do it when they have full commentary set up and proper, which they do all the time. Don't get me wrong, but I just think it's more of a English sort of like when they're in England they do it a lot more. I don't know. I shouldn't be talking out of school because I have no idea.
What's happening here?
But he's right, that was cool, the 3D stuff.
Oh, Jake. I don't know if Jake was trying to maybe pot the yellow. He jacked up on it to try and screw the white towards the yellow bottom left corner here.
Pocket cam.
Pocket cam, yeah, pocket cam would be good. Maybe even a roving camera as well.
What do you want, guys? Do you want a drone, or do we
drone.
splash for a drone? We get right in their faces?
It's yeah. Not sure how the players would take to that.
It might be worse than the flash.
I know we've had drones while playing cricket, and they're annoying when playing cricket as well. So
Yeah, right.
I can only imagine what sort of noise it would make in a room. What have got a little bit unlucky with where he's landed here?
It looks like he's playing the plant down here to take the pocket. Or that.
Oh, he's killed a red.
Yeah, it's It was like looked like a good fancy shot, but then it kind of just killed another ball and didn't really do much.
To be fair to Woody here, he could possibly take the red that's... You've got the 3 reds across the centre of the table. The one that's far right, he could possibly play that down in the bottom right corner here and just nudge his red on, because with that yellow on the top there, I feel like there's not much Jake can really do with that. So whether he pots that red or not, looks like he's taken it. Not too much damage done. MYT, and I still don't know what that stands for, but I'll call you MYT. I'm currently building at the moment, and I've got the cabling in the roof at the moment for when I get my table set up. But I'll be doing the same thing. I'll have the camera view pretty much the way it is at the moment, and I'll also have an overhead as well. So I definitely
home?
feel like it. Yeah, at home. Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
At home, in the house I'm building at the moment. So
That actually is kind of cool.
you know, why not? I've got
Yeah,
my computer's
exactly.
all set up in the
Is it
rumpus
just to
room.
look,
So
look back at footage or tape money matches?
training
or-
aids,
right.
can money matches,
Yep.
can online money matches and
yeah,
things like
yeah.
that.
I
So,
suppose with all the online Paul as well, it kind of does make sense.
yeah,
Then you're not using your phone flipped. You can actually have like a camera set into wherever it is, the perfect positioning.
correct.
Probably not a bad idea, to be fair. I like it. Oh well, I want to do that now too.
So you've got the overhead as well, Dan. Is that correct? You're doing that, or you're currently building to have that set up? Stands for Mighty Mini custom car plates on my Mini. It's Reese Daly. Is that
Oh
who?
no, I know who it is. Reese. Reese, what's his name? Nice guy. I can't remember. You're gonna have to put your last name on there, bud.
Yeah, I'll be doing the same thing. Dan, I'll be running an OBS. Probably, I've got Streamlabs running at the moment, but I think I'm going to get rid of Streamlabs. It's just basically copying OBS, so I might go back to OBS. Reese
Yeah,
Crouch.
Crouch, that's it.
Thank
That's
you,
what I
Reese.
thought it was.
The monkey. Yeah. You are using Streamlabs? Incorporate, yep. Oh, what a shot.
Oh
This
my
has unfortunately gone in.
Well, that was a sick double. Okay, don't take anything away from that shot.
Dan, you
was a
can
sick
actually
double.
there is actually an app that you can use on your phone
Get your missus to
that
drive.
will that you can use your phone as a wireless webcam. I can't remember what it is at the moment, but it's definitely something you could possibly use in the meantime until you get an extension for it. I don't know if it's IRQ cam or IR cam or something like that, but that was an option I was going to run with for my overhead. And the yellows end up back down there. Which to be
I am
to be
absolutely
fair,
perplexed at this frame, just how it keeps working out. Pool is such a funny game. Sometimes it can just, oftentimes it just works out exactly how, and then you have these type of frames where you just want to rip your head out.
Woody's had a crack at this and
That's a good
has
shot.
got a shot.
But still needs to pot this ball.
Is he going the one over the bag, or is he
could
taking the long red on?
He could potentially play.
Cannon? He's playing cannon.
Yeah, well,
the
the
plant,
plant, yeah.
sorry.
That's a good shot. Great shot. Doesn't really need to do much here. He just needs to come back out into the centre of the table, probably just stun out.
Yep.
Or a little soft screw. And then just take his medicine here, I think. Same angle, just closer to it. It's probably better.
Little touch of bottom left-hand
Yeah.
side.
Or a
just to-
touch of top right, just to sort of straighten up the angle. It depends which way you want to go. If it's too thin, I'd probably do the little check side, but
Looks like he's going
he's
low.
he's playing your way, yeah.
You
Just overhit that a tiny
yeah,
bit.
so you're playing the bottom just to drag it to try and take the pace away, but
Yeah.
it just didn't kick in time. Oh no,
Oh,
Woody.
that's a horrible. See, that's why you need to get neat on these
Yeah.
blacks, because at this stage of the tournament, you cannot afford to be making those
No.
errors, and it just makes it that little bit harder. I mean, I'm talking like I know what finals feel like. I do not, but
But it's
just all
still the
about-
same. Like
it's
you
the
still got to
same-
leave yourself as good as you can,
yeah,
especially
Same-
if you've
same
got
principle.
the chance to do so.
yeah.
That puts Jake on the hill. That hurts.
Yeah, that's a really bad miss. He needed that one.
No, that really hurts. I'm still playing it the same way that he played it. It just didn't drag.
Well, he just overhit it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's kind of why I like the little check side. You're not running the wide as much,
Yeah.
and you've either got, at worst, probably a half ball pot to the corner. That's like worst
Yep.
case scenario.
Yep. Jamie's 7-3's alive still.
Yeah, it is GG, Jamie. That's unfortunate. He really needed to, I think, take that frame just to stay in the match. Now I don't see much hope, just because of the situation in the match.
He's
Jake's
definitely
still got
getting
two-
into these
two or
breaks,
three
but he's not
breaks.
getting anything. The harder he hits it, the less these balls are splitting
Yeah, he's
almost.
trying to force it a bit too much instead of just timing it a bit better. Like he's hitting him hard, but in the semi when he was breaking really well, it just looked a slightly bit smoother, didn't it? It looked very hard, but just not forced.
We've got a bit of the delayed view in the background. I just watched it again, and there's nothing wrong with how he's striking, and he's just not getting balls. But it seems the more that he's not getting balls, the harder he's hitting them. Jake was hoping to glance that red, I think, rather than just slide past it. The
This
prize pool.
Yeah, this is a slightly smaller comp, just because it's come back after so many years, Des. I think the prize pool is a little bit less than one of the other majors. I'm not sure. We'd have to go and ask. Sorry.
We'll hopefully get that information before the stream ends. We'll see if we can find where Nath is. Or Daryl. Thank you, Sonia. Great to catch up with you again this weekend.
Standard, what is it?
Oh, Nathan, thank you. He's just chimed in. 1.6 for the runner-up and 3.6 for the winner.
Yeah, so nearly we got to the 4K mark. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Safe drive home, that's good. Glad to see. Yeah, it's not a bad prize pool for a first year comp back
No,
and sort
absolutely.
of and also having a few people pull out as well.
1800, so 1800, so yeah, 50% of
Not too
the
bad.
winner, yep.
Not too bad. And we're looking to just grow it bigger and bigger year on year, and hopefully keep it all going, and hopefully become one of the majors. Probably, hopefully become the big major after the Nationals or around the Nationals. Because to be fair, there's only really Johnny Walker and maybe a couple SA comps that are sort of around this time, apart from the national.
Well, Empire's generally second or third weekend of August.
September.
September.
It's always like just after my birthday, which is late August.
Okay.
I think I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that earlier than that is Berry, and then we've got top 20, and then we've got Johnny Walker at like the end of August,
Okay.
start of September-ish,
Could be wrong.
and then nothing until national, and then after that, this really Ballarat.
Getting everyone spending their Christmas money.
Yeah, well, yeah, hopefully.
Well, that's exactly what we want them to do.
No, we'd love everyone to be involved and come up and make it an even better comp. That's the aim.
You've got to start somewhere, and after a many year hiatus, it takes a lot of what you might not want to say on stream to get them back up and going to start it again.
And
you've got
also,
to start
it
somewhere.
takes some dedicated people who want to make something special. You know what I mean? You can't just have a comp that's willy-nilly being run, just sort of half-assed.
Yeah.
It has to be a lot of dedication to it. It has to be good planning, good preparation to make it what it is. And it's got to have the dedicated pool players that want to come and support each and every comp, because we generally do go to sort of every comp, which is good to see.
Jake's on red. We'll be taking this red double and trying to get the white to come back up to the table.
Oh
it's
my
popped out
God,
again.
there's another one. To be fair though, he has smashed that.
He has smashed that, but you'd expect that to go in. Dan the man is going to...
Jake's just going, unlucky, I'm
We
not
love-
in England
we
and I'm
love
still getting
replays,
unlucky.
Dan is sitting back enjoying the fruits of our labour here. All we want is a little replay, and he's telling me to get...
Oh, I
no,
did not want that. I can't believe that dropped.
Although it's probably not that bad. He can roll
probably
this
not
in
that
in the centre. And
Yeah, I didn't think he was on this ball.
drops in.
Yeah, Kez, we've probably just been working around the calendar that's been for the last heap of years, and I think this was the first day that made sense around this weekend. So
We've just got the wrong spot. We'll get back to it. He's got himself a shot. He's just got to watch the in off here. He's got to worry about.
He's got to watch pot no red too.
That's the.
That is
in
the in
off,
off
yeah,
line.
the- sorry, yeah.
Sorry, go on. You're right. The in off line. Now we're just trying to load up this replay.
Hopefully, in case Woody knocks his plug.
Yeah, we need to wait until in between the frames. Just to see.
It probably isn't in off. It's probably fallen just short. Oh,
It was. Oh, he's hit that thin.
Woody, that could be your last visit.
It's not working.
No, this is it. After this.
So it should be starting.
The red was still in the same.
There's no replay. We just got there a little bit. That's all right. Not to worry. Not to worry.
Listen, we're just sitting here commentating. We don't do any of the technical aspect.
No, it's all Dan's fault.
It's all Dan. Don't blame us, guys, on the chat.
Yeah, no, look, Aaron, it's been a bit of a tough one because Nationals only just finished last weekend, and we've had a massive rave on as well, which they had about 40,000 people there, so accommodation was basically non-existent. So it's, oh Jake, where are you going with this?
That's bad. Brad, I did play. I've been putting in a little bit of time coming up to it, but unfortunately I played Donny and he didn't make a mistake. The ball sort of just went really, really well for him and not good for me, and that's what he does. Like, if he doesn't make a mistake, I can't do much else. And then Donny had a good match with Jake as well, so that's how our day went.
No, but Aaron, just a little bit of unfortunate timing. It's just one of those things that
Potentially,
I suppose
potentially a few players being a bit soft too.
Yeah, look, we're going out a limb there, but you know, pool players are not the best at pre-arranging things. It's generally a lot of last-minute arrangements. So
A lot of Christmases get done on this weekend as well for a lot of families if they've got too many places to go. So that might have been an issue as well. We can't say for
work
sure.
Christmas breakups, all
Yeah,
that sort
that's
of
it.
stuff. So yeah, look,
It's hard to find a weekend when you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
So
Jake's. Oh, he doesn't want that to go in. Oh dear. Although he's got a bit of angle here,
It's
he can come
okay.
off 2 rails. He's all right.
he can probably just come off 2 and then leave it somewhere in the centre for the back double. Or he can try and
Sit
get up
behind
for
it.
the... Yeah, well, could do that too,
Yeah.
but in a perfect world that'd happen. But he may even just stun up to the nameplate, come back down and then play the back double.
I think he's looking at getting in behind it and leaving the white probably just below the centre.
It looks like he's screwing back up it.
Yeah, he's coming off the top
Probably
rail.
with just a little bit of side just to come back. We could see the double into the opposite corner here, potentially.
I
Or
think he's taking the
I think
cut
he
on here.
just takes it down the
Take
rail,
the
yeah.
cut on here. Just got to avoid the in off because
Yeah, this is down the
these are the
rail.
ones you just want to play with a bit
It
of
might not be,
opposite.
might be double on
Just
it.
don't want the in off.
Or
It's gone hard. He's got a semi result.
semi-result. We'll see if Woody can make something happen here.
He's got absolutely 0 white ball. So being able to avoid double kisses is out of the option, out of the equation, should I say. And the worst
It's
thing
kinda
about
hard
this,
to
I
play
mean,
a safety here.
it is, and Woody doesn't want to leave a half shot because
No.
when you're 6-3 up, you're just having a go. Well, he's gone the Greek, and
He just wants to have like a half result here, and he hasn't.
hasn't had the greatest of results.
No, that's just
Could
a half,
be a
it's a half
little
ball
bit,
pot.
in offish, with not
Nah.
much white ball.
Not at all.
Nah, there isn't. I'm just trying to find a little bit of hope.
You're just trying to find something.
Just something for Woody to cling
Just-
on to.
You've just been sniffing a bit of hope here.
We've got a nice view right behind this.
And Jake McCartney doesn't make a mistake there. Jake McCartney, we'll say inaugural Alan Nash Ballarat Open winner. It's kind of fitting that he's the one to bring the cup home. And he's played pretty well all day. Well done, and commiserations to Mark Kerwood.
What a tournament he's had.
Great tournament, fantastic tournament. Just fell short at the line. Again to Jake, we must say.
I think a lot of people can
lot of
probably
people, yeah.
claim that. It's yeah. Thank you everyone for tuning in. We appreciate you tuning in. We're going to hop off comms. We're going to more than likely keep the stream going so we can get the presentation on screen. But we're definitely going to off comms. So thanks for interacting with us. All the comments, all the donations, everything. We really appreciate it. Smiley, thank you very much for being with me, and I'll let
Thanks,
you close
buddy.
out.
Beautiful. All right, see you guys.
I'll just get a quick silence and get this done out of the way. Thanks for everyone supporting this event. Yes, 2 seconds. Thanks for everyone supporting this event. Big thank you to Ferg and all the staff, the hosting and staff have done incredible all weekend, sorry. Putting in a lot of hard yards. They've all done incredible. Big round of applause for them, please. Zach, who's got here, he left last night. He decided 11:30 p.m. was not strong last night. But big thanks to Zach, sponsored the event, done the cues and whatnot. He's done an incredible job, so big thanks to Zach as well. Last but not least, Gordo, he's done incredible with the draw all weekend. You know, he's put in a lot of hard yards. Pretty much worked the entire weekend. Probably had bugger all sleep, done the umpiring final as well. Probably done more in the tournament than me. So yeah, big round of applause for Gordo as well. trophies. Second in the Calcutta, Daryl Ferguson. Never seen anyone so fast in my life.
Throw some money away.
Thanks, mate. But,
It's only $100, you know that, yeah?
Oh, yeah, 50. Okay.
and first in the Calcutta, no surprise here, JR.
Yes.
Was that 50, 1, 2, 3?
Is that right?
50.
So the trophies, I would like to call up Alan Nash. Baron. Second prize on the far right. Second prize on the far right. First prize.
Second prize for you.
That's first. Second prize, he's played awesome all weekend. He's always very consistent, great player. Unfortunately fell short today, but still phenomenal, Mark Elwood.
Thanks, mate.
Where's the rest of your
Yeah,
pen?
just a few quick words. Stoked to get to the final. It's always hard in any event to get to the final. I've been playing really well, putting a lot of time in, have a lot of support. Family, missus and the kids, Maddie. So I'm really stoked. I've put a lot of time in the last couple of months. And it's hard, it is hard to get there. And when you come across someone like him, he's, I was actually stoked to beat him on Friday night. Sorry, Jake, but it's probably the first time I've beaten you in a while. And then I actually believed that I could win, and maybe that black could have changed things. But you just didn't miss the ball. Like I sat in the chair for literally every time you broke. I literally sat in the chair and had to try and come back. And it's really difficult. Like that much pressure to just come back from such a great player. And we're actually blessed to have someone like him here in Ballarat, because it pushes all us. And congratulations, Jake. You just, to be honest, it's always amazing to play against you. I get so much out of your game, and I strive to be better. And I thank you for always being there all the way through my life. So thank you, mate.
And first prize to no surprise, most fantastic player in the room. He's always been Australia's nearly the best of all time. Jake McCartney.
Well done. Bad luck to you, Woody. That's the last two tournaments he's in. Number one in Australia for the white boys. And well done. And I hope he's going to well you and trophy over in the ultimate.
Thank you.
Well done to Fergie. Tables. Brilliant. I think everybody will agree with that. And who else am I missed? Oh, and the staff. Everything's been very good. Well done. Bordeaux, done a good job. Made away a couple of boys, but you got to learn. And all the best of everybody. Safe trip, man.
Thanks, Nashi.
Right. First of all, Woody, look, mate, you're spot on with what you said. To make their final, these things is never easy. I know, I can tell you put in the time just by body language. I know you had a really good nationals. I know, many years ago you had a goal, you wanted to make Australian team, which you've done. So this year, and you could just, it's with Paul, we all know, if you don't put the time and effort in, you just got to find excuses and whatnot. And I truly believe you have put in, a lot of good hard work. Probably on and off the table, and the results are there. And I'm really big on it. You put the effort in, the rewards will come. And congratulations. You've had a great couple of weeks, not just the nationals, and then obviously another fight, another major. I think it was roughly 10 years ago. We played off in the final down Geelong. So
2014.
2014 was it? So well done.
Thank you.
Very good.
That's right.
To Fergo, shooters, all the staff. I probably should say my sister because she was here, but look, everyone came. The final tables have been awesome. Service, food, drinks, everything. So thanks to Ferg and his crew. I think it's been great. You know, on a probably personal note, this is pretty special to me. You know, my parents years ago, they started this a long time ago, and you know, it hasn't been around for a long time with COVID and Ballarat. You know, so yeah, this one does mean a lot to me. I won't go any further there because that's made me choke up. To Buffer, you know, it's basically rock on and off the table, one of my biggest supporters. My other sponsors as well, you know, friends, family, all that jazz. You know, I wouldn't be having the success without them guys. You know, they'd be rock, you know, on and off the table. So thanks to them. I'd love to hang around, but I'm going to get a fucking flight to the UK. So I don't mean to rude, but I do have to go. And you know, I'm back next year. Until then, you know, Merry Christmas, stay safe, and I'll see you all then. Thank you.
Take on a plane with him.
What's that?
If you want to go,
Yeah.
hey, lie on the table.
Oh, send number one again.
You group together? Ken? No, I'm sure it was. I don't know what the case.
I'll see you